Hey y'all. Oh man. Don't tell me the sound acting up already. How y'all doing? I'm glad it's Thursday. I wish it was Friday, but y'all made it to the porch. And we finna talk about these people business real quick. And it shouldn't take all night. But we're gonna go and get into it. Y'all hit that like button if you did not already hit it. Reach out there around the corner and hit that like button for me. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. And if you want to join this channel, join channel membership. The link is in the description box below the video. We got our little brother in the house. Hey, Gabor.
What's good?
Child, I don't know. According to the gossip and the news, some of this stuff is all bad.
Can you hear me well?
I can hear you real good.
Okay.
I can hear you real good. What's going on? What's going on?
Not much.
Child, these people got a lot going on, though. I'm gonna say that much, because apparently, Nicki Minaj is all up and through the news. We got to talk about Candy. We got to talk about Porch. Only thing I can say, I'm mad that Perry ain't here, because you know he get excited when we talk about his girl. Yeah, we got some Jermaine Dupri and Diddy news. Let's see. Who else we got? We got T.I. and Tiny back in the news. We got Wendy Williams back in the news. It's a lot going on.
All right. Well, all right.
We may as well go and get this show on the road. So,
hey, baby JC. Shout out to my baby JC.
JC down there with us. Oh, man.
I don't know. She always say I can't see the chat right now.
Oh.
My baby always here. I'm sure she here.
Yeah, she always
give a shout out to my girl.
Okay, let me see who else in the building. Wani, what's up, Wani? Hey, Lala Chanel.
Hey, Wani.
All right, this is our bride to be, Lala, honey.
Congratulations, Lala.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Hey, Silver Diamond. What up, Velma?
Hey, Silver Diamond.
Oh, hey, my Egypt is here. The first half of my archangels. Between her and DC, I feel so safe and secure. Hey, HU Angel One, what's happening with you? Angie, how you doing? Marva, how are you? Hey, Christian Key. Look at my Christian Key. Okay. That's my sweetie pie. It's Quasia. Christian told me she done wrote a book. And I can't wait to read it. Okay.
Is it anything like the Confessions of a Video Vixen?
I don't know.
To know. What is it about, Christian? I'm a buy regardless.
Yeah, Christian needs to come let us. Yeah, I want her to do a spotlight and let us know what it's really about.
Is it like the coldest winter ever?
Oh, child. Now that I don't know, but I'm interested.
Have you read The Coldest Winter Ever?
Absolutely not. And I got my reasons. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like certain types of books. I don't like that when it's depressing.
The Coldest Winter Ever?
Yeah, like, I ain't gonna tell. I'm not gonna say why I say it's depressing to me. Mm-hmm. That those type
of talk backstage though.
We'll talk backstage. We'll talk. Miss Believe is here. Leslie Prim, Sandra Richardson. Okay, she just told Egypt she gonna email her. Yeah, because we got to get all up and through there with that book, honey. We got Queena. All right, Queena, how you feeling, sugar? I'm glad you here. Miss Barbara. Okay, Miss Barbara here. Hey, Miss Barbara. Good to see you. Child, listen, Marlette is up in here.
Hey,
April C, SFL. Look at all my sisters up in here. We finna get into it. It's going down. KB, and she telling y'all the truth. Hit that like button to help me out. My good sis, MR Spiller. It ain't a party till she show up. Hey voice.
Latavia.
That's the voice.
Latavia. Oh, yes.
Okay, Gwen, how you doing? Oh, man. And wait. Mama's baby is here.
Hey, niece.
Okay. Mama Sugar is here. Up and through here. We got Boo Lot in here. Auntie Eva. Okay. Morgan's Musing says hello. This is the second half of my archangels. You know, they ready to take heads smooth off. That's what I'm talking about. And she's also one of our resident snipers. Savvy Mama up in here. There she go. That pretty girl.
Hey, JC.
Okay. Yes. Okay, now we finna have fun. We got Wanda Dessou. We got Brown Skin Lady 81. We got Jay Rucker. Here you go. G Darling. Child, I love me some G
Hey, G,
Darling.
darling.
Okay. Prudence Windsor, all the way from across the water. Okay. Lel, learning to love myself. All right. Listen, anybody else slip in the door? If I miss you, charge it to my head and not my heart. Y'all know I don't do no acting funny. Okay. So listen, let's get on in. Hey, Lynn Branch, how you doing? Come in, take your shoes off. We about to go ahead and get this thing going. So y'all know how we do on the porch. We start with the light and get to the heavy. Now the first thing is I see 31 likes and it's 55 of y'all up in here. Please hit the like button, as you come in. Mimi, the head sniper, made it in. What's
Hey,
going on?
Mimi.
Oh, your day was tiring today. Yes, I call your mama, tell about it later. But yeah, y'all please hit that like button for me. Come on. Don't do me like that. Please. Y'all know I be begging for likes. Y'all know this. Okay? Don't do me that. Please. Thank you. It got a little better. 60 people in here, 42 likes. Please, y'all hit the like button. It's free. I promise you they ain't going to charge you. Ain't no charge. None whatsoever. Let's do this thing. So anyway, the light stuff. Hell, all of it's heavy. But I guess we could start with the real light stuff, child. Good boy, are you aware that Candy's over there at the OLG charging them people $4 for ice?
Mm-hmm.
You saw that?
Yeah, I saw that.
Okay, so give me your opinion before I get these people mad.
Well, usually ice is probably about 10 cents. The most I ever seen ice was $1. But she charging ice like she was at a summer hot track meet.
Yeah, I didn't
$4.
understand it. $4.
Baby,
And buying the
that's
liquor.
Todd. Todd made the restaurant. You know what I'm saying? Todd, we're not about to help you plan no escape. We ain't about to help you leave Candy. We're not about to pay for you to leave Candy and hire a lawyer and stuff. I'm not doing all that with my money.
No.
$4 for some ice.
That don't make no
Negro,
sense.
please.
I ain't seeing it. I don't see it.
Hey, Savvy Mama.
Thank you so much for the super chat. You done started the night off. I love you right back. And I appreciate you supporting the stream. Oh, shoot. Candy is money hungry. Yeah. The Icebox Bandit. Yeah, Mimi. I like that name. That works. Hey, K. Rick. How you doing? Happy Thursday, girl. You done skipped the whole day. Let me find out it's been a rough week and you ready for it to be over. You say Candy got plenty of money. That ain't the problem. Yeah, I don't know. I think she just, Candy's one of them people. She don't like to spend money. You know what I'm saying? That ain't her thing. Mm-hmm. She don't like to spend no money. So I think that, she likes to make it. And I don't think she really got a lot of, she ain't got a lot of boundaries as to how she get that money. But that was just, I was really shocked at $4 ice. I ain't gonna lie. Learning to love myself. She said with ice, they put more liquor. You paying for the extra liquor. That don't make sense. When you put ice in there, you get less liquor. Mm-hmm. Then when it melted, be watered down. Candy need to quit that. Yeah, G darling, $4 for ice. Now I done drink plenty of liquor. And every time there's ice in there, it waters down the liquor. So I'm not exactly clear on how, that would help her to be charging $4 for ice. And she know people gonna talk about it. She has to know. So that's the light stuff. And I think that's about light as it gets. We may as well dig on into what's really going down. So listen, Nicki Minaj is all through the news. You saw that, right?
No, I didn't see that. I didn't read the tweets, the back and forth, but I heard about it.
Mm-hmm. Now look what DC say. She done started sniping already. Is ice all they can sell per the health department? Maybe that's all they can do. Oh my gosh. Oh my God. She said require them to put more liquor in it's longer to pour. I don't know. I don't know about that. Maybe the people I was buying drinks from, it didn't look like that didn't look right. That didn't look right. But yeah, Eva talking about why they bothering my girl. Well, let me tell you why they bothering your girl. Now she done got into it with Lomina Reed, Joy Reid over on MSNBC, and then Don Lemon had the nerve to make some slick comments. Now, are you aware of Don Lemon and his comments? Hey, D. Marie. Gabor.
Hmm.
What? I said, are you aware of the
Oh, I
comments?
didn't know you was talking to D. Marie. No,
No.
I'm not aware of what he said.
Well, let me tell you, because it was real rude, real out of the way, and he deserved everything he got after that. Like there was nothing that he did not deserve after that. Okay.
Okay.
So
Mm-hmm.
let me just read it for you because I don't like to misquote people when they open their mouth and insert their feet. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So apparently, this is according to the neighborhood talk. Hey, Darius. Okay. Ronnie. Hey, sis. Okay. Mistress Adun. How you doing? Good to see you. So his comments was, you know what they get shots in? Their rear ends. Like referring to butt shots is what he did.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's what he did.
No.
Mm-hmm. That's what he
No.
did. He
No.
went there.
Okay.
And then Nikki, in true Nikki fashion, she decided she was gonna clap back. Yeah, Fauci is one of the biggest liars of the decade. I hope that don't get me in trouble, but it is what it is. He's a huge liar. Somebody ought to knock him back into the crypt he crawled out of. Yeah, Don, you know, the lady, Don Lady Lemons always does too much, and he ain't gonna never be black again. Well, Nikki responded, and she said, now if I start discussing what you get in your rear end, I'd be wrong, right?
Oh no, she did go, Nick.
Yes, she did. She said, if you're ever discussing facts with the person who's telling you to buy or get something, and you go, okay, cool, tell me more about it, and they start insulting you, run. Demonizing people for asking questions won't help your cause, Uncle Tamiana. I'm stuck in a effing Will Ferrell movie. Us, tell me more about it. Tom, you know what? You know what you do get in your A. He couldn't wait to deliver that line. He rehearsed it all night. Definitely has a little, I don't know what the word is, they bleeped out the cuss word, but definitely has a little bleep mad because the shot couldn't fix that 3 to 4 inches max.
Mm.
So that was her clapback. And that one was rough. Was it not? Eva says she lives for Minaj.
She ate.
Um, I mean, she came through with that one. Don Lady Lemons. Yes. KB say my funeral will
But
be held
see, but
tomorrow.
that's the thing. That's the thing. When you're trying to shade somebody, you gotta think about how this can backfire on me. So when you
Mm-hmm.
started bringing up butt shots, you knew she was gonna make a joke about you taking it in the butt.
That part.
Do it in the butt. You know, you knew she was coming for
Ow.
that.
Yes.
You knew she
See,
was
this
coming for
is
that. So you shouldn't even deliver that. You should have kept your mouth closed
look
because
here.
it was
Look.
between her and Joy.
Okay, that's the word that got bleeped out. Thank you, Black, because I didn't know what word they bleeped out, but that's what it was. They couldn't fix them 3 to 4 inches. But see, this was the thing. You know, again, I actually hate to defend Nikki. I really do. Because right now, this is not her best hour with the way that she conducted herself after everything that went on, you know, behind her husband. However,
Mm-hmm.
this time I got to go head on and I got to give it to her. Yeah, April, her pen game is sick, honey.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, baby. Uncle Good Boy said doing the butt. So when she listen, the first line, it was over. She could have stopped right there. While she went further to explain and call him Uncle Tamiana, I don't know. I knew it was gonna go wrong when she said Uncle Tamiana. She didn't even say Uncle Tom. She went straight to the Tamiana. So I already knew this was going to go bad. It was going to go bad. Um, her and Joy Reid had a little back and forth. This is the thing. This is the thing that gets me. She had a very good point. If somebody trying to give you something or sell you something, and all you do is say, "Tell me some more about it," and they start talking about your booty and insulting you and attacking you, it makes you wonder, why can't you just tell me some more about it? Why I got to get cussed out and, in the words of Cat Williams, called a crispity crunchity crackety coon just because I said, tell me some more about something that you want to put inside my body. That's like a man inviting you to the mosey wosey, and he insists on turning the light off before he do what he do. Why I can't see it? You know what I'm saying? Like some stuff don't make no sense. April C say her last name is Miss Petty. Yes, she is petty. See, that's the part that I just didn't understand. Yeah, she called Joy a Tamiana yesterday. I guess she thought it was fitting for Donnie. Well, he is such a lady. So I understand. And I'm sorry, but Joy Reid is definitely a Tamiana if I ever saw one. Since apparently Nikki has coined the phrase, honey. Um, You say I just got my because it's mandatory at my job. Girl, you ain't gonna get blocked for that. You did what you had to do for your job, and you did what you felt was right for you. I don't think anybody is telling people not to do it, sis. I think the thing is people just want a right to ask questions. They want a right to say no because it's their bodies. And then they want a right to know what's in it. Like why we can't know, you know what I'm saying? Like, why is it a secret? And I think a lot of people are just kind of hung up right there. It's perfectly fine. I got plenty of people around me. You know, I ain't gonna ask a boy his business on here because that's his personal business. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people have gotten it and they're fine.
It.
Okay.
I've gotten it.
There you go.
I've got it. I only got it because I go to the gym.
Yeah, but the thing is, it was your right. You know what I'm saying? You had a right,
and I'm not going to shame anybody for not getting it, right? Because if I wasn't going to the gym every day, I wouldn't have gotten it.
Yeah, baby. It makes people very suspicious when you start, you know, acting like you're going to come out with stormtroopers and force it. Then people, you know, then that's a little creepy. JC say I was today years old when I learned that Joy's name was Lomina, as per Vicky Diller. LOM. Yeah, Lomina. And now she just Joy. Derek say exactly says I don't feel right that they making it mandatory. Something ain't right. Exactly. That's all we saying. Like, you know, you probably could have talked more people into it if you wasn't trying to force it. So then this story goes deeper, y'all. It goes further down the rabbit hole. So apparently, the report was done came out that they was inviting her to the White House. You heard about that, Gabor?
I did.
Okay. Then they turned around and tried to hide it. Talking about no, we offered a phone call. And she clapped back at that. Okay. Clap back. Hold on. Tamnika Hurley, thank you so much for the super chat. Oh my God. Y'all gonna have my lashes on the floor. I appreciate you. She says, love you guys, and we love you right back. SFF, thank you for the super sticker, sis. I love you. And I appreciate y'all supporting the stream. That is everything. Now, brown skin lady 81 say Nikki got the Trinidadian government looking for the swollen balls cousin boyfriend. Yeah, they was trying to claim that they couldn't find not one person. You're not gonna tell me in the whole island ain't nobody had a swollen testicle.
Okay, and
how did you search the whole island?
He's the person. So what do you mean you can't find one person? That's what he said happened.
Right, but they're claiming he doesn't even exist. You know, even if he's talking, he doesn't exist, which is again very suspicious. Hey, D. Marie, she said, I wish I could have seen Tamiana's face. Girl, you ain't the only one. If I could have saw his face when that girl called him Tamiana, I would have been weak. My small space say Vicky is so quick to dog J Joy, but was reluctant to go in on Polite. Oh, you talking about Vicky Diller? I didn't see what she said about Polite. I got to go back and watch the video.
She didn't really say too much.
She didn't say too much. Okay,
she tried to blame other stuff.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll check on that. But yeah, but let me say this too. I don't agree with 100% of nothing everybody say. You know,
amen.
Anybody that following anybody blind and you believe and you agree with 100% of what they say, check yourself. We people ain't nowhere in the devil. You agree with everything somebody say. So some stuff Vicky say, yeah, it'd be a little off. But overall, I do love Sister Vicky. So shout out to Vicky Dillard. But as far as it comes to Joy Reid, she wasn't quick to go on Joy Reid. She been on Joy Reid. Because Joy Reid absolutely plays the mammy. She's always there to be rude and just like Roland Martin them, quick to be rude and disrespect black people if they don't agree with whatever the establishment have to say. Like, we got a right to think critically and not follow the herd, man. My sister Jaja is here.
Hey, Jaja.
That beautiful lady. LEL say Biden said best way to prepare for a hurricane is to get the jab. Like, sir, what is you talking
I
about?
don't
Stuff
trust
like
Rodney at
that makes
all.
me nervous. I don't trust him either. I wouldn't let him sell me water in a desert. Nothing. He couldn't give me nothing. Absolutely nothing.
It's
G
just something
darling,
about him. It's just something about him when I look at him.
you know, it's like I can still see the hood on his head. That's what it is. G darling, thank you for the super sticker. I appreciate you. Minerva, you made it. Hey, Bookie. And Jacqueline, what you say? Say, my family has gotten the jab and they fine. I would never tell another person what to do. Just give me my space. Exactly. That's how I feel. Almost everybody I know that got it didn't really have a reaction. Some people did. Some people had real bad reactions. And that's cool. I just feel like let people choose. You know, when we start talking about abortion rights and stuff, the first thing they say is a right to choose, the right to your own body, right? But then when it comes to this, now it ain't a right to choose, and you don't have a right to your own body. It just seemed a little off to me, y'all. That's all. And I don't know. So back to this White House situation, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they say they done invited the girl to the White House. Hey, Miss Reed, I'm glad you done slid on in. And guess what this fool say, boy? See, this is when, hey Nidra, this is when I start looking at her again. This is the way I was looking at her before she roasted Don Lemon. Mm-hmm. Okay. Hey, Candace Renee, and yes, we do need to start looking at them third party candidates because them two wings on that bird, the whole bird is lame. Shoot the bird. This fool say I'm gonna go dressed in all pink like Legally Blonde so they know I mean business. That's what that's what your man told you. Out of everything that's happening, your mind told you that the most important thing is that you dress like Legally Blonde. You're gonna wear all pink.
But she just happy to be there.
And the thing is, why are you happy to be? You know
What's
what I'm saying?
Good? What's good, Reed? Miss Reed?
Okay, hey Joyelle. And that's the thing. It's like, what are you so happy? Why are you happy to be? Why for are you happy to be there? For what reason are you happy to be there? I have so many questions about it. I have so many questions. Makes no sense. I don't know. So that was that. And then they lied and said it was just a phone call. She clapped back at that. And her response was, my manager and them, ain't nobody, we're not going to all sit up and make up some story that I was invited. And that's when she made the comment about her pink, that she going to wear pink. Yeah, she is kind of funny, but I don't know. I don't know. All things popcorn. Hey, Bookie, you say you think it's a joke. I don't know. I think so, but Nikki. That's all I can say. Oh, also on the lighter side, y'all, I did see, I don't know if y'all saw it, Scarface was able to get his son Chris gave him a kidney.
How old is the son?
You know what? I don't know how old that boy is. Let me look and see if I can see how old Chris is. Because that's a good question. How old is Chris? If somebody mentions it, because if they didn't mention it, then I just won't know. But let me take a quick peek and see how old he is. Hold on. All right. So let's see if they mention it. I don't think they do. They don't mention how old he is. Let me see if I look on his Insta. They still don't say how old Chris is.
Okay.
But he's a full-grown man with a full beard. He looked like he paid taxes and child support, possibly. Okay. So shout out to him for looking out for his daddy, because y'all know Scarface is a legend, and we love our folks. So I'm glad that he's still here with us, and we didn't lose him, because we done lost a lot of people this year. We lost Biz, Shock G, we lost Black Rob, we lost DMX. So I'm glad Scarface is still here. So that's a good thing. It's kind of serious, but it's still on a lighter note because he is still alive, and sending prayers up or whatever for their family. So next up on the agenda,
I got a question.
Yes, darling. Oh, Andrew Mack is here.
Would you let your Andrew Mack? What's up, Andrew Mack? I have a question. So if you had you're a mother.
Hey, Dr. J.
Allow one of your children to give their kidney to their father?
No, and not only that, I wouldn't let them give it to me either.
Okay.
No, not my babies,
Okay.
not mine. But I can't tell them people what to do in their family. You know what I'm saying? But
Mm-hmm.
as for my children, no, don't touch them. And mind you, I'm not the best person to ask a boy. I'm one of those. My baby is here. She can tell you. I'm one of those terribly overprotective, paranoid mothers. Like that little girl that's in the chat. She bumped her head when she was like a few months old. I allowed her to bump her head. My hand wasn't in the right place. My baby bumped her head. She cried for 10 minutes. Good boy, I cried for 3 hours. Because I thought I was the worst mama in the world. I let my baby hurt herself. I was ready to commit Harry Carey.
Mm-hmm.
Just end it all because I let this little girl bump her head. Okay? So
Mm-hmm.
I'm the wrong person to ask. Somebody else might,
I
but
wonder how good of a father Scarface was to the son. 'Cause my daddy, he couldn't get I don't know.
he always
My
been
mama
close
could
with
get
his
it. My mama could get it.
he's always been close with his
But my
son.
daddy, I'm gonna have to talk with God, child. We gonna
But
have to
he's
see.
always been close with his son.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like I said, I'm not the best person to ask. I'm nutty. D. Marie said, "Oh, ain't no oh."
Yeah, God gonna have to come tell me and tap me on my shoulder and whisper in my ear, give it to him for me to give it to my daddy.
Look at here.
I'm gonna have to hear God's voice myself touching my shoulder, telling me,
Your niece is
yeah,
laughing at you.
yeah, Andrew, I'm serious. Now my mama could get it, but God gonna have to come down here, especially and tap me on my shoulder and whisper in my ear, give it to him.
Now I'm gonna tell you the flip side. The flip side is that if my mama actually, because my mother has kidney failure, she has ESRD, end stage renal disease, and she's actually been on dialysis. This February was 23 years.
Mm-hmm.
Tough.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
Hey,
yeah. He don't
DT,
need it then. Your mama, how many years?
23 years. She
Well, it
now
could be
mind
done.
you,
He'll be all right then.
okay, Lord, Queen will say I'm a hovering mother too, even though they grown. Yeah, this girl grown and I still be over her shoulder. I'm going nowhere. But that's not common. It's not common for people to survive 23 years on dialysis, especially with her being somebody that don't do nothing the doctor says. Like she does just what she want to do. But if she had ever at any point, or if she ever at any point says, "Give me a kidney," she can have them both. But it's just when it comes to my children, you
And how they
can't.
gonna how they take the kidney out?
You go to sleep and they do surgery and they
Like they cut
disconnect.
on you?
Yeah, they have to cut you open.
Yeah,
There's
I
a
don't know
renal
about all
artery that
that.
has to be
That's okay.
cauterized. And,
That's
okay.
it. I just want to know if they cut you or not.
Yeah, they got to cut you
Yeah,
open.
my mama could get it. My daddy.
Yeah, for real. But it's like, yeah, that's why I say it's not fair to ask me. I'm the worst person to ask. I literally had natural childbirth because I was afraid some of the drugs might get in my children's system. I'm one of them. I'm one of those mothers. So, and that is sad, but it's true, and I cop to it. That's who I am.
My
Yeah, that's
mama.
not common, Auntie Eva. 23 years is not common. And you know what else? We are very grateful for that lady. Yeah, dialysis is tough. You did your social work internship at a dialysis clinic. Yeah. A lot of people they come in and they go. My father's kidneys fail. I want to say, Eva, how long did Daddy make it before he left off dialysis? I want to say maybe like a year and a half, 2 years, and then he was gone. My aunts didn't last long on it. My aunt Grace or my aunt Glow. So the fact that Mama still rocked out. You say 7 years was a projection. Yeah, a lot of them don't even make it 5, to be honest. So for her to stay there for 23, that ain't common. That lady just tough. Dr. J 1913, thank you for the super chat. She says in God's voice, good boy, give up that kidney.
Shit. Let me shoot.
You said just what you meant. Shit.
My daddy, my mama, my brother, and my sister without a second thought. When I say my brother and sister, I'm talking about my mama's kids.
Yep.
Because my daddy got out. My daddy got kids. That's not my mama's. But my
Oh.
mama, my brother, and my sister, her kids,
Mhm.
and we all got the same daddy.
Yeah.
We
I
all, yeah, they
understand what you're
kids.
saying. I
Okay,
get it.
just
I
them.
get it.
Everybody else, I think about it. When I say I think about it, I mean no.
Really?
Yeah, I ain't gonna try to break their heart in their face. They already going through it. You know what I'm saying? Can you have what? Oh wow. Ain't that what you say, Sinitra? Oh wow.
Oh
Oh
wow.
my.
Oh my.
Oh my. You want
Yeah.
what?
And it's a
Mm-mm.
shame, my dad is gone, but if I could have gave him anything to keep him here, I'd have gave it to him.
Yeah, I just give him a hug. Just give my daddy a real tight hug when he asked me for it.
Hey, beautiful
Hey,
Miss
Miss
Chocolate
Chocolate.
Divine. Dr. J say the kidney surgery is harder for the person, don't they? They go through the rib cage.
Oh,
Yep.
girl, don't even tell me that now. Yeah, hell no.
Good boy, you got these people hollering. Your butt talking
Shit,
about
I'm
hell
telling you right
no.
now. I'm telling you right now. He been told me, asked me for my kid. I be like, Daddy, I know a woman. One of my friends' mama made it for 23 years. She
Good
was
boy,
about
you
23
wrong for
years. You don't
that.
need no kid. Shit, it's true. It's the truth. My friend mama made it for 23 years. Okay, you will be all right. You tough.
Yep. And I see Jaja say she got something for us. Yes. Soon as we get the news out, bring your beautiful self up here and bring it on, girl. We gonna talk about it. Y'all is off the chain. I don't know.
Y'all
Like,
don't judge me. Y'all know,
I'm not judging you.
I'm talking about the
What I
chat. I
feel.
can see the chat there. They laugh. I'm not laughing, y'all. I'm serious. I'm
We
just
know
giving
you
a
serious.
hug
That's why they
and say,
laughing.
look. I know a woman who survived 23 years. You all right?
You know what? You off the chain. But this
Shit.
is the thing, right? The thing is, I understand where you're coming from. It's just like I empathize, but I can't understand because y'all know what I call Phil, the best daddy on the planet. He could have got a limb, a lung, a liver. He could have got whatever I had if it would have kept him with me for one more week. Just a week, I'd have gave up anything.
Okay.
So you know what I'm saying? Like I get
Mm-hmm.
it. Shoot, if anything, I'm feeling like don't y'all judge me because I really would have hacked myself to pieces for that old man. Lord knows. And look, Olympia say, I'm with you, good boy. I feel the same way. This is a
All
tough
right. All
night.
right.
Lord, look at my small space. I'm with you too. I give my mama, not my daddy. Y'all are tough. Jaja say it'll depend on the relationship to the person and your own health and risk. Child, if I perish, let me perish. But you keep Emily here as long as you can. DT say I remember my grandfather was on dialysis a very long time before he passed. Yeah, some people just be tough like that. Yep, and their body could still reject it. They sure can because they got to do rejection medicines and rejection therapy and whatever.
Mm.
And
Okay.
it's just like that. Thank you, sis. At least you understand because I'm like, I know I sound crazy, but it's nothing I wouldn't have done for that man. Darren say, I feel you, sis. I'm the same way with my mama. Anything she needs, I give it to her.
Mm-hmm. Without a second thought.
Keisha E say, me too, and I beat him to the hospital. That's what I'm talking about. And Christian Key say, me too. It just is what it is. KB say, I give it away, but hold it over your head, depending on the recipient.
No. No.
Oh my God. Y'all are tough. Oh my God. Oh no, she's next up. She next up, Lynn. Well, since Lynn done cracked the bottle open, let's go on with it.
She
I was gonna
did
do
what?
it. Listen, I don't know whether they
Oh, Wendy. Oh,
yeah,
Wendy.
say it again, good boy.
Oh, Wendy.
Yes, honey. Well, according to TMZ, y'all know they normally get it right. TMZ says Wendy Williams was hospitalized. This was a voluntary hospitalization for a psych eval. Okay, so they didn't bake her at her. Now, if she had really done the try to take herself up out of here ahead of time, Lord Angel says she can't donate a body filled with Patron. Good Lord. Um, in my small space, say I lost my mom last year to the 19. I wish I could give her my everything. She didn't get the jab. I did though.
Oh, I'm
Okay.
sorry to hear that.
I'm
My
so
small
sorry
space.
you lost your mama. Cause I don't know if I could have I don't know. I don't think I'm ever gonna be prepared for that. If I live 100 years, I won't be prepared for that. Wow. Mm-hmm. Poor Wendy. Yeah. So it might be some truth to her trying to take herself out. It's just usually if you do that, they hold you and it don't be voluntary. So maybe they let her say it was voluntary so it wouldn't look so bad. Lynn, I don't know what happened, but they say she voluntarily committed herself to the hospital for an eval. Now it's not a permanent committal, but it was for psych evaluation. Wow, D. Marie said your stepdad had a double lung transplant and doing great. So his body didn't reject it and everything. So that's awesome. But yeah, I don't know what's going on with Wendy, but I feel really bad for that lady. Something ain't right. Now they just got through saying that she had the carnival 19, and now after the carnival, now she didn't have to commit herself. Wow. But boy, you take this one. I don't even know what to say with that.
You know, she ain't happy. She probably won't. She probably still want Kevin back. You know what I'm saying? But and plus her mama not here. You know what I'm saying? She lost her mama just last year. She really didn't have time to deal with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and
man.
that all happened since the carnival started. That was all within that little time frame. You know what I'm saying? So it's probably she dealing with a lot. And her son ain't there. Her son in school.
Yeah, he ain't got
she by
time
herself.
for
She can't find no man.
Yeah, it's time for her to just chill out for a little while because honestly, the way she was talking after her mama's passing, after they had her services, we want to be respectful. She was like, "Oh, I was with Kevin and my son." I think she was hoping because he spent that time with her that maybe they was gonna work it out or something.
That's just how she was saying at the funeral that her nephew almost got into a fight with her brother. And
I agree, Amani. Yeah, they did say they was fighting at the wake.
And she was saying that they got no, her nephew and Tommy was fighting at the wake or something. And she said that her son, and her husband got together. You know, we the hunters. You know what I'm saying? You ain't no hunter no more, baby. You know, you ain't a hunter no more. You're right. She probably thought that she was gonna still be back with him, but
because he was giving her that attention.
I think she knew that he was with she already knew that he was with the girl the whole time anyway. The baby was the breaking point. So I mean, you could have kept the situation that you was in if you wanted to, Wendy.
Yeah.
Oh, Wendy.
Yeah. Now, Darren, that's what I heard. I heard she had a new boyfriend. So what happened with the new boyfriend? Wasn't it a white fella?
About? That white man was trying to be famous. It had a good black man that was on there that she should have picked. But you know what I'm saying? It was a good black man out there that probably understand her life more. You know what I'm saying? Them white men don't really understand no women with them got them booger sugar cravings and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I don't know why, because they play with the sugar too.
I know, but she had a good black man. It was a good black man on there that she should have picked. She had a little search that she had where men were trying to date her. You know what I'm saying? And she picked the white man, and he was trying to be famous.
But you got to look at Gabor after what she went through. You know, her experience with black men ain't been that great. And I don't want no clear fellas. I probably would just go join a convent and be done with it. But I'm pretty sure I wouldn't want to look at nothing resembling a black man after how black men have done her. You couldn't pay me to step cross a black man after how black men done her.
Well, look, Wendy ain't no victim now.
I understand she a volunteer, but even after you volunteer for a case study, okay, once you realize that something is bad, whether you was victimized or you volunteered, you'd be a fool to keep playing with it.
You don't think she wanted the white dude, Andrew Mack?
Now hold on, Jerry B say Wendy should seriously check on if them 30-year-old implants are causing her Now Jerry B, they just told me the other day that they think that's what it is, but they say Wendy say she not gonna take them out. So I don't know.
Okay, Andrew Mack.
It's sad to see that lady falling apart. It really is. She was always entertaining, and it was entertaining when people was finna beat her behind. You know what I'm saying? Now we don't get the same old Wendy because Wendy going through something.
I love Wendy. I really do. I like how unfiltered she is. You know, I feel like the last couple of years she ain't really been knowing what she's been talking about, but she's always been funny to me.
Christian, that's what you call it. I had one of my partners say that to me. He was talking about his sister, and we was like, well, you gonna go and see what's going on, because they say he over there slapping her around. And my friend said, I'm not putting out my blunt. She ain't no victim. She volunteering at this point. We done went over there 2 or 3 times to drag him out that house. She keep bringing him back. She volunteering. So that's, I took that lesson, and I just go with it. Andrew Mack said he think it was a stunt. And Darren say Wendy seemed like she has an addiction problem, whether it's drug, surgery, or love. Hey, people get addicted to love all the time now.
Wendy want a man. She want to be in love.
Yeah, money over manure say Wendy want true love, but dang, it's sad. Listen, you better learn how to love yourself. Yeah, Bulat is telling the truth. It's time to hang it up. Wendy, go home, rest, girl. Spend time taking care of yourself.
But
Get
they
them
still say
things.
she coming back in September. They're not gonna renew her contract though.
I
After
don't know. I
2022, her
hope they
last year.
don't, and not because I want her ran off TV. I hope they don't, so she will be forced to take care of herself before her son don't have a mama. Yes, the volunteer. It's some volunteers out there now. Yeah, that's why they opened the studio for the show last season. She wasn't doing well alone. Yeah, she need people around her. That girl is cracking, and Wendy did some stuff she shouldn't have done. I don't really care for her and her little anti-African comments or whatever. I ain't really digging her, but it's still sad to see somebody go through that. See there? Brown Skin Lady 81 says she supposed to premiere on Monday. They need to let that lady rest. Hey, darling. They for real. Like, it ain't no good. Lynn Brand say, did Ray Day leave her with a killer or with a kilo? With a kilo. You know what? I hope he didn't. I don't know if he had the kilo, but if he did, I hope he didn't leave it there with her. Because that would be real terrible to start hearing stories. Don't nobody want to get them reports, man. That's kind of messed up. But after we done covered the Wendy Williams stuff, good boy, why you ain't tell me that Puffy and Diddy was taking shots at each other?
Puffy and Diddy the same person.
I'm not Puffy and Diddy. I'm sorry. Diddy and Jermaine Dupri. Why you ain't tell me they was taking shots?
That was Puffy taking shots first.
He took the shot first, and Jermaine Dupri shot back.
Oh well, no. Jermaine asked him for a versus. Puffy tried to take the shot, and so Jermaine replied.
Well, see, now Jermaine started it. He said, "Somebody let Diddy know I'm at the Garden right now. He gonna need some training from me." First of all, ain't nobody said y'all was doing no verses. I don't know what made Jermaine Dupri do that. Whether he was being playful or joking, I don't know what made him do it. But there it go, right?
But didn't Jermaine already do a versus, or am I tripping?
You tripping?
Okay. I don't like the way you said that too quick, but go ahead.
I'm just saying.
I know, but you said it. You said it like you said it too quick now. But go ahead.
Oh, that's what they meant by the killer. I thought he meant the kilo. See, my mind. You know what? I'm from Florida. Forgive me. I was confused. Okay. Lord, look at brown skin lady. She said, "Battle of the Booger Wolves." Now, both of them is a little strong. They're a little strong. Yeah, I'm with JC. That exchange sounded very real between the two of them. Here's the thing. Yeah, Andrew Mack. That's why Gabor thought he made an appearance with Escape.
And so did he made an appearance for somebody else too? Was he on there with Bow Wow? I didn't watch the Bow Wow.
I didn't watch that. I couldn't tell you if Santa Claus came on there. I wasn't finna watch that. I don't watch Littles and Babies. Babies and Littles. Ain't nothing I can do with Littles and Babies. So after he said that, Diddy shot back and was like, "Beloved, you my nigga, but your arms too short to box with God." And he used a capital G. Baby, you not God. God wouldn't have an overbite like that. You ain't got enough hits. I'll smash you with just Biggie and Mary. But I do have the utmost respect on you as a musical legend. Dre, the only one that can get in the ring with me. Love with a heart emoji. Lies. I said, wow, that was heavy.
Lies.
Let's talk about that part before we go there.
Okay. You can only claim, so You can only claim 2 of Mary albums. Her first two, arguably her best two.
Yeah, not arguably, definitely. You know that. Don't
Okay.
don't do
I'm
that.
just saying for people in the chat, my favorite R&B CD period is the My Life album by Mary J. Blige.
That's right. Oh, and Lynn Branch say he did mean kilo. So I was right. I wasn't just being ignorant in Florida. Okay,
Okay.
there you go. I
So
was afraid.
you do
Hey,
10
Nita
and
and Mike's
10.
World. Yeah.
We do 10 and 10, so it's 10 rounds. It's 10, 2 rounds, 10 songs each round. I really,
Hey, Yanda,
can I be honest?
be real.
I don't really think Biggie no legend like that. I'm sorry. And I just think
Mm,
that I think that New York hyped him up. You know what I'm saying? And he has some good
mm.
songs, don't get me wrong. I just don't think he no legend to where every song that he touched was just, I don't see him like that. He only had, yes, Andrew Mack. What? Yeah, I don't really see Biggie as no legend like that. Now he was good,
I
but he
think you
wasn't
might be
around.
on your own with that one.
He wasn't around that long. He wasn't around that long to be, now,
Hey,
now,
Chris.
okay, now let's be real. Now,
Okay.
Andrew Mack, you from Brooklyn, and no, I'm playing. But hear me out, hear me out, hear me out. If you have a rapper, if a rapper today was to come out and did one album and say I'm a legend, I'm the best, y'all would be like, nigga, you ain't done enough, you ain't done enough. But because Biggie is deceased, it's so easy for y'all to say, oh, he the king, he the best ever, he the best ever. We can't do that now. We can't
It
do that
wasn't.
now.
It wasn't just that. He was hailed as a legend before he ever was posthumous.
He
You
was
know what I'm
what?
saying? I said people were hailing him as a legend before he ever was deceased. I was trying not to say just dead because
Mm-hmm.
it don't sound nice. I
Pass.
understand.
It
I can
don't.
see it. I can see it from both sides.
Mm-hmm.
Um, on the strength of the fact, one that and mind you, Candace Renee, I love Biggie too. I know all his stuff. I absolutely love um Biggie. But I see both sides of what you're saying. Like if you look at it just on the terms of, did he appeal to everybody? Maybe not. Like you had people like a Pac that appealed to everybody. It wasn't just one
Mm-hmm.
coast. But at the same time, Biggie had a lot of coverage. But the verses is about hits, not just legends. This ain't that. It's
Mm-hmm.
not. It's not a legend contest. It's a hit
Mm-hmm.
contest. And if we really gonna tell the truth, we was talking about this the other night. Puffy is a soul sucker. This man that made hits with so many people, and we can't find none of these people. There should be wanted posters all across New York City
The
for the
first,
artists that work with Puffy. Puffy has made more hits pound for pound than almost anybody in the game with
yeah,
these.
he will destroy Jermaine.
He would destroy him, and
It'll
then
be a good
he
fight.
would
It'll be a
end
good
up.
fight.
It would go from a versus to a fume. And I'm
The-
sorry, at that point, we would have to force Puffy to pay for all the chicken because there's no way in the solemn hell that anybody, living or dead, can match Puffy for the voodoo he does. He makes all them hits, and then the people come up missing.
So we don't got nobody to go because the first song from Bad Boy was Flavor in Your Ear, right?
Say what?
The first song from Bad Boy was Flavor
Oh
in
yeah,
Your
Craig
Ear,
Knight, Craig
right?
Knight.
Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
we don't have a male rapper that was over there with Jermaine. I don't know what he produced, what songs, what what I'm saying, what beats and stuff he produced for other rappers, but I'm just saying that was signed to what's his record label?
Bad Boy.
No, Jermaine's.
Oh,
So
Jermaine.
Def. I don't know no male rappers that was signed to So Def.
Well,
So we
you
don't.
got to look at, okay, So Def, they had their era too, and he done produced so many records. He done produced records with the Saint Lunatics. He done did work with almost everybody in the Dungeon family. This man done did work with everybody. He did. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
he's a beast too. But you ain't no Puffy because apparently Jermaine Dupri don't want people coming up missing. When you work with Jermaine Dupri, you live to rap another day.
Mm-hmm.
You go make a hit with Puffy, and we'll see if we can find you next month.
So
And I,
and
yeah,
we could get total and Escape, can mess each other off. He don't have no real. Now he did the Emancipation of Mimi. Now the Emancipation of Mimi was
Hey up, and don't
now
forget Chris Cross. Don't
my
forget
life
Jagged
was the best.
Edge.
My life is my
Don't
favorite
forget the
R&B
Brat.
album of all time. Latavia, if you in the chat, what's your favorite R&B album of all time?
We're not going
I'm
there
sorry.
yet. Hold on,
I
we'll do
just want
that
to
later.
ask. But
So this is
so
the thing, and
he
see,
did
Lala Chanel is
Emancipation of
on point.
Mimi.
Lala is on point. Puffy is Rumpelstiltskin. Okay, and so that's why if yeah, Imani, you live to rap another day. You can work with Jermaine Dupri. He'll give you a hit. You might not get another one, but we will be able to find you on
But what
social
I'm trying
media
to say
and in
is
real life. This is the question, Gamora. Who can go up against Puffy? Puffy says Dre is on his level. In my opinion, I don't know if Dre really is on his level. And she say the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. That's a bomb album.
that's a good
So
one.
now back to this here. Who can go up against?
I'm just trying to say from what they had on their labels. From what they had on their labels. I'm just talking about what they had on their labels. Jermaine don't even have a lot of people to go up against who Diddy had on Bad Boy.
Yeah, we got
He
that
didn't.
part covered, but who
He
can
didn't
do
have
it?
no. He didn't have no female singers that could go against Faith and Mary. You know what I'm saying? Now he did do the Emancipation of Mimi album. You know what I'm saying? But we got Faith and Mary over here. We could 112 and Jagged Edge balance each other out. Escape and Total balance each other out. Jermaine Dupri had Bow Wow. He didn't have did he ever produce a Heartthrob? Oh, he did B2K and what's the other B5 J5? What's
Who
you remember them
knows?
little boys? It was a little boy
Where
group
are
he
they?
had.
Where are they?
I'm just saying if they was to go against each other in a battle, how they would balance each other out.
Right. I'm just playing. But what I'm saying is, we already covered the fact that as much as I love So Def, I love Jermaine Dupri, I love his beats, I love his production. That ain't no match. I hope he was joking when he said what he said, because that was real deep. But my thing is, who can other than Dre? And do y'all think Dre could even stand up next to Diddy pound for pound? So that's who Diddy's saying. Diddy say um it would have to be Dre, but to be honest, I can't swear that Dre can keep up with him.
But the battle is only 20 songs, 2 rounds. So we're not talking about everything that he's done. We're just talking about for those 20 songs, who will win.
Okay. And
What he
I
put on the
still
playlist.
stand by the fact, the question, can he really do it? Because let's be real now. Let's be real. Puffy got a lot of monster hits. Dre got hits. But does he have them monster hits like that? And just say, where is Mace? I don't know. He went to church, left the church, and I ain't seen him no more. And I heard that too, Linda. They say Puffy be having insurance on them people that he worked with, and he had his and that he had his label toe tag. I heard a lot of funny stuff. Yeah, he might send him to go get that cheesecake. Now Fatima's Fatia. Oh, that's a pretty picture. Oh, you pretty. Jermaine got 20 songs. Escape got at least 5. Yeah, but can they hold up to what is in that man's arsenal? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like Diddy shouldn't be allowed to participate in the verses.
Well, he wasn't really doing anything. But he's Diddy is a person who's going in the studio putting his name on stuff. You know what I'm saying? He just 112 told a story about how they did a song and Diddy said he didn't like it and they was on to him at the time and they didn't change nothing, let him hear it a second time. And he, you know what I'm saying? It was the same exact song, they changed nothing. And how he was like, okay, that's it right there, that's it right there, and slapped his name on it. You know what I'm saying? For credit and royalties. You know what I'm saying? To get his name on it. So he wasn't really in the studio doing nothing. He's a person who can really, he's a good he's a good person that can get you to get together. That'll get you together. You know what I'm saying? That can take you there.
Yeah,
That can guide you like a
but the
manager.
thing is, it's still his stuff though.
Mm-hmm.
Like regardless of what people think about that, what he can do, can't do, whatever. One thing about creatives, they'll hear it one day, the next day they might love it. It might have been something in his head why he didn't like it that day. It was what's that drummer's name from the Roots? What's his name? Chubby guy with the afro.
Right now.
Y'all tell me his name so I can tell y'all what he said. Questlove. So Questlove was telling this story about Prince, right? And that they was at some party, and he was asking somebody to play some music. And you're right, that was on the West Coast, but nationwide though. But let me tell y'all this right here. Yeah, there you go. At their money. So Questlove said that he was, playing some music or whatever. And at that party, he wasn't supposed to be DJing. It was kind of like just impromptu. And he put on some Fela Kuti. And Prince was like, get that out of here. Like, took the music, was like, throw this in the trash. And then he didn't even want him to play no more. He put on his own music and let that play and didn't let Quest DJ no more the rest of that night. Said that the exact same Prince, exact same music on a different night where he was DJing. Said Quest was like, I put on Fella, and Prince was vibing out to it. So that's not uncommon with creatives. The fact that he didn't like it one day and then he liked it when he heard it again because he felt like he had more input on it, that ain't shocking. But I'm not going to pretend like he ain't got talent. I just feel like he doing something to them people. Now, that's all I want to know. Where is the people, Diddy? Where is the people? And I don't want to come up missing because I said that, but where is the people? He got that hit out of Black Rob, and we ain't seen that man no more till he was finna leave here.
Have you seen this documentary on YouTube called The Last Big Night?
Of course I wouldn't watch a documentary. You know that.
Okay.
What is it about? Just tell me what it's about. Yeah, Fela Kuti is the shiznit.
It's the name. It's The Last Big Night, and that's it. It basically tells about Big's last night and what happened leading up to, what happened.
Oh, was it good?
Oh yes, it was with Diddy's bodyguard. Is telling the story. Diddy's bodyguard is telling a story about what happened. And, can't nobody make me believe what she's saying about, let me not say this on here, baby. Yeah, but what she's saying is can't nobody make me believe. Can't nobody make me believe. We don't want to
come up missing. Missing Mr. Combs. These is just jokes. And if I come up missing, everybody that's listening to the sound of my voice, they might come knock on your door.
I don't know what you're talking about. Who is Mr.
Yeah,
I don't know what you're talking
about. I don't know either. We were just telling jokes. We didn't mean no harm, sir. No harm. D. Marie say she saw it.
Okay, D. Marie, you know what I'm saying. And nobody make me believe no different. I had already started.
This the thing now. Tell me I'm not on to it, little brother, because I didn't even see the documentary and what I just said.
What documentary?
Now, not now. Not now. We don't know nothing about nothing. Yeah, more money, more problems. Yeah. Peace and love. Yeah, I don't want no smoke. That's right. JC say tread lightly. Lord, Lala gonna get us all murked. She say, let's not forget Diddy work with Jodeci, and where are they? No.
You look so sexy. You really turn me on.
Copyright. Miss Reese say just jokes allegedly. Yeah, this is just jokes. Okay. We just telling jokes. We don't want no trouble. Joyelle say she logging off now. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. My sister say don't play. Don't play.
Oh, April C says she saw it too. Okay.
April C, you seen it?
Yeah.
She
said her name. Yeah.
You see there? But let's move on to somebody that ain't gonna make us come up missing. Now, TMZ was also reporting that the prosecutors have declined to move forward with the case against T.I. and Tiny due to the statute of limitations elapsing. I feel like they declined to go forward because they ain't had no evidence. And I'm going to go on record saying that. Okay, spiritual babe say them documentaries be something else. D. Marie say she only allegedly saw it, good boy. Allegedly. Okay, and Nita gonna help you sing the song. DT say
who is that him on the look DT?
he said I still need Busta Rhymes to let us know which gay club Diddy was enjoying himself and probably eating. Oh Lord. See, there y'all go. K. Rick say, y'all got life insurance, girl. I got 4 policies. My daughter's here. She can tell you her mama stay strapped with the life insurance. But I don't want them to have to cash it in. Okay, it's all alleged. So I feel like they dropped that case because they didn't have nothing, and now they want to blame it on statute of limitations because they don't want to admit that they didn't have nothing. Now that's what I think. Boy, what you think about that?
Money talks.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it could be money talks, but money don't talk that much because they've been had money, and that did not stop them from putting Clifford in jail before. So it's real funny. All of the sudden, as my child used to say, all of the sudden, now the money is talking him out of jail. The money sure ain't talk his black behind out of there before. Say, do they have cases in other places? What about ATL? Did they have cases there too? No cases were ever filed in ATL. See, that's what I'm saying. It's just like I don't know. Something about this whole thing seemed fishy to me. Now, I'm the first one to say if something funny didn't happen, let's tar them and feather them and run them out of town on a rail. I mean, let's get them on through here. But something is real funny. Yeah, Andrew say Wendy outed Diddy years ago on the radio, and then she had to leave New York. That's what I'm saying.
And she had
That's
him
what.
on her show. She had him
Yeah.
on her show a couple of years ago and said it was a full circle moment.
Mm-hmm. Nita say she done cashed hers in twice for her churn. And now I didn't do that. I kept them because I don't know when I'm gonna get up out of here. And when I go, I don't want my children to be having to go to nobody's job if they don't want to be there. You know what I mean? Because I know when my daddy passed, I wasn't in no condition to be around people. If I'd have had to go to work, I'd have been in prison. Yep, that's the one that was in California. That was the only one that they thought was legit. And I think that they realized some of that evidence some of that quote unquote evidence was bunk. And I think that's what it was. They trying to save face with that statute of limitations crap. And the reason I say that, these are trained lawyers. You not finna convince me they didn't look at the date and know the statute before they let it go this far. Yeah, and he ain't got that kind of money. You better tell it, Nidra.
Linda, just go ahead and watch that thing that we was talking about earlier, baby.
Mm-hmm. Yep, Cali and Vegas was dropped. Yep. That's why I say it's just funny to me. I think they thought they had a slam dunk because of some of that quote unquote evidence, but that stuff wasn't adding up. Linda say he ain't having his artist toe tag. Like I said, because I don't care what nobody say. He knew what was about to happen to Big before it happened. That's why he wanted to ride in separate trucks. Uh-huh. Now I believe that. Why would you want to ride in separate trucks? You was in all his videos, according to Suge Knight, dancing in the videos. That's why he told people to come on over to the death row.
And I live in LA, and I was talking on the phone with Sinitra yesterday, and I was going to the store, and the party that Big was at that night is literally down the street from where Death Row Records was. If I was Biggie, there is no way. And I was telling Sinitra that on the phone, like, I never even really paid attention to how close it was. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I tell you straight up, yesterday on the phone, ain't no way I would have been out there.
Yep. And then wasn't he performing that going back to Cali?
No, he didn't perform that night. It was just a vibe party.
It was just a vibe party. Okay. But I think if it wasn't that, I think he had just released it or something.
I'm not sure. But I know that the album was due to come out soon. I don't think the album had dropped yet. I'm sorry you're going through that, Latavia.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that. Latavia was here with us when she had just gone through that. Yep, said they lost the defamation case with Sabrina though. Yeah, I heard that. I don't know. I don't know what it is, Derek. That whole thing don't sit right with me. I don't know. It never did from day one. The girl Christian, you are not the only conspiracy theorist. As you see, you in good company, girl. So Nidra say that's because that bird brain channel kept bringing it up every day. Trying to make us think it was a slam dunk. There you go. A spiritual babe. So who collected the 50 grand that T.I. was allegedly offering for the cartoon character government name? Girl, you tell me, and I might talk about it and I might not. I don't want to get involved with T.I. either. That's a dangerous character. Now, DT, who pictures this? Say, nah, some lawyers are that stupid and delusional. A clear, unbuttered biscuit lawyer with a horse breeder boyfriend escaped lockdown, and the mother-in-law got the name suppression. Oh my. No, she can't be trusted. That thing is a whole scammer. And she been a scammer. And I feel like anybody that allow on Big Meech, you allow on anybody. Because you got to be a bold, crazy something to allow on Big Meech. I wouldn't say that man's name unless I'm saying how wonderful his cornrows look. Ain't no way I'm finna allow on that man. That lady right there was scamming people with her little fake business, charging people $600 for sleepovers, just all kind of silly stuff. I don't know. Yeah, she's a big liar. She done scammed so many people, lied on different celebrities over there in Atlanta. Like her name rang bells in the street and not in a good way. So the fact that any of that came from her, I had the side eye immediately. Immediately, I had a side eye. I didn't care who put it on their channel and blasted it every day. I don't care. It didn't sit well with me. It just looked fishy. Oh, and she do deal in roots and stuff. She rooted. Good boy, you knew about that.
I don't know her.
That's the one who brought out that mess on Ti.
Yeah, I know her name, but I don't know nothing about her.
Oh, you don't know her like that.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, she was around there trying to put roots on people. She's real. She's a real evil, crazy, scheming, lying something other. So y'all be careful. Watch your purse. Allegedly. So that's that on that. Now, one more thing, real quick, we got to get to. They say Portia ain't coming back, but we ain't sure to the RHOA. Now I don't know if it's true. They put out a list of the people that's coming back, and her name wasn't on it. Good boy, did you see that?
Mm-mm.
Yeah. Let me see if I can read you the names. What they say is coming back, but Portia is not in the number. Let's see, because I want to give it to you just like it is. Bravo Shade Room be getting everything. So here go the list, right?
Uh-huh.
This is from the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Well, actually from Bravo Shade Room, and they had a post that they took from somebody else. I ain't finna get in all that, but they're saying that I'm told Portia is not returning. The cast will be a new girl, Drew, Sadora, Marlo, Candy, Kenya, Sharrell, and possible cameos from past cast members. That's what they're saying.
Mm.
Yeah. And I think I heard that Shamia's probably still gonna be a friend. I don't know who else gonna be a friend or what have you. But I don't know. I don't know what to make of that.
I think it's actually very smart of Portia.
To not come back.
Real Housewives of Atlanta is a sinking ship.
It really is.
Last year, if they wouldn't have had last year, Portia made the show with what she did
She
at
did.
the dungeon thing. If she had not done that, it wouldn't have been a season. You know what I'm
Very
saying?
true.
So I feel like it was smart for her to bow out before, you know what I'm saying, it sunk, and let the other girls take the blame for it. Because it really hasn't been good for a couple of years.
It hasn't. And that's the truth. So I don't know, but I say we gonna see. Evelyn C says she knows she coming back. Well, I would hope so because when I heard that, I was like, well, what's gonna happen to the show? Because the rest of them ain't interesting. Hey D, Jazzy, you like Sheree? I don't dislike Sheree. I don't know. I don't have no feeling towards Sheree. Nowhere or the other. Either say my kids had a beautiful service because I didn't want to be. Oh, for your babies. When you say for your children, I thought you meant you had to give them some
Oh,
money.
I'm so sorry, Miss
Oh
Nita.
no,
I'm
girl,
so
I'm so
sorry, Nita.
sorry. Wow. Sis, I ain't understand that that's what you meant. I am so sorry. Oh no. Girl, I'm gonna send you all kind of support and love. And I'm truly gonna pray for your strength. And I mean that literally. I don't know how. I honestly I don't even know how you making it. But I know you got to be a strong and beautiful woman to hold up after something like that. Oh wow. And Miss Reese say they didn't lose the defamation case yet. The judge just denied their request to dismiss Sabrina's counter lawsuit. Okay. You know that stuff can get real confusing. That's why I leave it to them smart people that got law degrees. Andrew Mack say good riddance Portia. So if it's true, Andrew Mack ain't gonna miss her. And Joyelle say Cynthia is gone. If that list is correct, then yes, sir. But Evelyn C say she is gonna come back. So I'm gonna say this: if they gonna stay on the air, they need her. She don't need them. I agree, Jazzy. She don't really need to come back. But they gonna need her to come back if that makes sense. Because if once Portia go, then what y'all gonna do? You wanted Phaedra to come back? Yeah, I'm not entirely surprised either, Auntie Eva, because I don't know. That girl just don't seem like she really need them anymore. Lynn says she can't stand the smoke that Kenya gonna give her about Simon. That's only a Portia dumb enough to let her give her smoke. Anybody who had somebody husband buy her a whole house couldn't tell me nothing. Dr. J 1913 say Portia is smart in the same sentence. Portia is smart in the same sentence.
Yeah,
You
because I
know
said
what?
Portia is smart. Because I said Portia is smart to leave now.
Oh, she
That's
can do.
why
You know,
Portia.
even a broken clock is right twice a day now. Jerry B say we can cancel the show. If Portia ain't coming back, you may as well. Okay, that ship has multiple holes. If that's true, Poe Perry, say it, good boy, please.
Oh, Perry.
Ooh, I'm glad bro-in-law ain't here because he would be going off. He would be going off. Jazzy, it had started to go down when they had started trying to like provoke Nene to make scenes and stuff. They knew they was on their way out. Yeah, for real, Nita. I'm sorry, girl. For real, for real. I mean that. Yeah,
Me
if it's
too.
true, I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't think it's yeah, the show gonna be done or they gonna have to recast everybody. For real, for real. Okay, got it. So they not filming the Housewives yet. Portia and Candy filming their own commercials. Yeah, them little extra infomercial things. But how come they got Candy name on the list and she filming hers, but the Portia name ain't on the list and she filming hers? See, that's what I don't understand. Why the name ain't on the list? Now, the only
My,
thing I could think of, Evelyn, to explain that would have been if Portia just hadn't signed her contract yet, or if she's still negotiating her coins.
no, Nita,
Oh,
we're saying sorry for your loss.
yeah, we sorry for your loss, honey. That's what we
We're
saying.
saying sorry for your loss,
Because when I
baby.
had read your first comment, I didn't understand that that's what you were telling me. Because you know, some people cash in part of their, insurance and get money to spend for different things. I thought when I read your first comment, I thought that's what you were saying. And then when I read your next comment and I realized what you were indeed saying, like what you just said here, that's when I was like, my heart almost stopped because it was like I can't imagine that I have no words other than we love you, we here for you, and I'm sorry that happened to you. I am truly sorry. But I'm glad you're here so we can put a smile on your face and keep you laughing. And that means, whatever for whatever it's worth, we here for you. DT say also Fraudulent needs to stop making stupid claims because the help just announced that he is the father of the baby. Yeah, I don't know. I.
I think if Portia gonna come back, I feel like, girl, get every dollar, get everything off the table.
Yeah, because they gonna make her the storyline and you know it.
Yeah, it's Bravo couldn't pay me enough. What
No.
they've been paying these last couple of seasons, they couldn't pay me enough to come back on the show.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But but if Portia, we got to think about the money. Will Portia be? Will she still get viewers if she go do something else?
Well, now that's the question. She did all right on Dish Nation. For the people who watched, I never watched even one episode of Dish
Not
Nation,
one, not
but
one.
I heard that people was watching it. The little Bravo Shade Room, the chat room, or whatever they call that thing. People be watching that. I don't know who these
No,
people
they
are
don't.
because
They
I've
don't never
never
get.
watched it.
They don't never get over 500. They don't ever get over 500,000 views.
Oh my. KB said Bravo get desperate enough they could bring Tyler Perry in to write the storylines.
And
Well,
it
then
still
there
won't
you
be good.
Uh-huh. So Evelyn, you thinking what I'm thinking. If she didn't sign yet, that would be the only reason for her name not to be there. Yeah, Candace always gonna be a guaranteed comeback. She ain't finna leave no money on the table. I can tell you that. Not somebody gonna charge you $4 for some ice cubes. Lynn Brandt said, "Do you know Dennis said only Jesus can fix Portia?" He said, Dennis said only Jesus can fix her. Well, only Jesus can fix all of us. Can Jesus fix him from going with all them women and philandering and whatnot? I ain't studying about what the hot dog king say. Portia ain't signed yet. Okay, that makes sense. But they sure got it out there. And I was like, wait a minute, we need to talk about this. Because if she ain't coming back, who finna watch? Dr. J 1913 said they just need to let them and other housewives franchises go. Right now, the only one I'm really watching is Potomac. And they own the teeter totter. Good night, Marlette.
Good night.
Yep, Salt Lake City look like it's gonna be good though. I watched it last week. Derek, I ain't never watched one episode of Salt Lake City. Not one. Good boy, you watched it?
I watched like the first 5 minutes of it, and I did something, and I ain't went back and watched it. I'm probably gonna watch. I'm probably gonna watch it and review it because I want to see this girl go to jail.
Talking about Jen Shaw.
Oh yes, can't stand her.
Ooh. Yeah. From what I saw of her, I wasn't a big fan. It was something about her, and I don't know. I don't want to say that because I'm not a fan of the show, so I haven't been really following it. It's just what I saw of her was very uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's very uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Very uncomfortable. I might have, if I seen that person, I'd tell the girl, calm down.
Okay, Mimi says she ain't
That ain't
watching
even
whether
you,
she
boo.
stay or go. Yeah. And just say Portia working on the Underground Railroad reboot. I ain't studying you. We might, while y'all bull jiving, we might need one to get us up out of here if these people keep acting crazy. Portia and Simon been so drug out, nobody gonna care to watch like Cynthia Wedding.
And
Yeah, they don't.
that's a good
Go ahead.
point, Jaja,
It is.
because the thing is, I think that a lot of times, for instance, Candy, right? Candy got a show on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? And you want to have to give us time to miss you. You know what I'm saying? Like when you're going on the show, giving updates on your life and stuff. Nobody, you know what I'm saying? You're really not gonna have a storyline. Ain't nobody gonna really care.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Nidra, that's exactly what I got from Jen Shaw. Mm-hmm. Oh, Red Label. It's the Red Label say, can we have new housewives, like housewives of Houston, Minneapolis, St. Paul, Seattle, Portland, anything? I want to do, you know what? I got an idea for a show. I ain't going to say it out loud, but sometimes the rich, clear people be listening, be done stole my idea.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to pitch a show, but I think I got one. I think I got a winner. LEL say Portia found a nice, comfy spot in Simon Wallet and is thinking about quitting her job.
You heard what Giselle told her daughters. She better take heed. Don't be dependent on that man. And get what you
I
can get out of
mean,
Bravo. Get your own.
yeah, I'm not going with that. Any man in your face supposed to be lying in your pockets, and I'm old school. I'm sticking to it.
Yeah, I
Ain't
believe in
with it.
that, but I'm just saying if the marriage don't work out, is all I'm saying.
Well,
If the marriage don't work out, have your
back in the day, I'm gonna tell you something. The ladies knew how to, even if they didn't work. My mama was one of them. They would squirrel away money, as they would say. That man would think he was paying X amount of money for bills, and part of that money was for her pocket, and she put it away. And they would tell us stuff like the left hand don't need to know what the right hand doing, and you knew not to tell your daddy nothing that your mama was doing with that money. And if a man got millions of dollars and you ain't smart enough to put some of that away that he don't know nothing about, you deserve to end up poor and foolish in a barn. You deserve it. You were meant to live in a barn. Because you got to be smart enough to squirrel that thing away. Now, if they ain't no smarter than their mama, they better go to school, get good marks, and make big money. Because, see, I was disturbed at that tax amount. I have not seen the paperwork on them taxes. Did you see the paperwork on them taxes for her and J Mao?
Mm-mm.
You remember, like Sharrell and them had reported about they owed $744,000 in taxes.
Mm-hmm.
Cause see, this was the thing. At first I thought they were saying 74,000. That's right, Keisha, that rainy day fund. Okay, and this the thing. If that man owe that much in taxes, Giselle, why you in a barn? If you owe that much, that means you made way more than that. Why are you in a barn, ma'am? Nidra, you better say it. My money is my money. Your money is my money. Our money is my money. It's all my money. Yes, that's right. Lala, tell the truth. I agree. Cookies cost. Mm-hmm. Lord Keaton talking about, Lord, you got everybody in the YouTube streets calling me red label. Keaton, it's a funny story about that. If I give you a name, it sticks. That's my mojo. Whatever name I give you, it sticks. When I took Ask a Hoe, when I took her name from her, I took her name and I said it will remain gone for good. I decreed that everybody would call her everything but her name, and it stuck. If I give you a name, it stick. Now you're gonna have to change your brand of liquor, and then I'll give you another name. But for right now, darling, you're gonna have to be red label. Cause that's what you came up here on the porch with, was the red label. But yeah, so that's that on that. And then Mia went to talking about being bullied and how some people was calling her Bigfoot and stuff like that. And she was acting like it was like one of them one of those posts where she's trying to be positive or whatever. But I felt like she was putting that out there because she was trying to throw her bid in at Secret Squirrel, talking about, because you remember, because Candace said with your big old feet. Mm-hmm. So I think that was her trying to throw shots like, oh, I've been bullied, and now your body, you foot shaming me now. Now we talking about foot shaming and stuff. But that was kind of interesting. So that's that on that. That's all we got on the news for this evening before the front porch becomes the back porch. Jaja says she got her own questions that she want to ask, and I'm going to let her ask them. Good boy, oughtn't we to let her ask them? It's a good idea, right?
Yeah.
I think so. What you doing over there? Sound like you thinking about sleeping.
Oh, no, I'm about to go cook in a minute.
I know
see
you
what Jaja got going on.
I want to know. I'm interested. Jaja don't talk that much. So when she got something to say, there it is. I want to know. JC said, I got big feet. Ain't no thing. Girl, I wear a size 10. Big old foot. And I ain't never had nobody call me Bigfoot. I think she was reaching on that one. Y'all know Mia misplaced the truth on you. Darren say, shut up, Mia. You know what that put me in the mind of? Remember on Family Guy with Peter Griffin now? They would always say, shut up, Meg. That when you say shut up, Mia, that's what I heard. So when I launch my channel, it's between Red Label or QMZ. Man, you better call that channel Red Label and get paid off that. You known as Red Label now. Jaja, that link is up there, and you said you had something. If not, I'm gonna go ahead with my own. Jaja going once and Jaja going twice. JC say me too. I'm a size 10. And one time when I was in Barnes and Noble, this man was taking pics of them. Somebody was taking pictures of your feet. Okay, Gabor, what would you do?
Call the laws.
You'll call the people if somebody was taking pictures of your feet in the Barnes and Noble.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. I don't know. I think I would have started laughing. I'm pretty sure. I can almost bet that I would have laughed at that person for taking pictures of my feet. I'm sorry. That's hilarious. So I guess Jaja changed her mind. And she don't want to come up here and say what she need to say. Jazzy, you better tell him. Okay? Tell him you better use that Red Label. I done christened you. Okay? He could have been a model scout for feet. He wasn't no model scout. He's a creep. Yeah, taking pictures of people's feet. That's that fetish stuff. Jaja, you said you had a question and you ain't grabbed the link. We waiting on you. JC said he even wanted me to prop him up. Derek said that would have freaked me out. And me too.
I think the worst thing that you can do, what I don't like that people are doing nowadays that I really hate, is I don't like how people are just taking pictures and videos of people and putting them in the internet and they don't even know it's there. You know what I'm saying? It's even gotten so crazy to
you could be a whole meme.
Yeah, it's gotten so crazy now where you can't even go use the restroom. You got people with cameras in the restroom and stuff watching what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? It's just gotten so crazy.
Mm-hmm. It is. Because like I said, you'll end up being a whole meme. You will have gone viral and you won't even know it. Until somebody, let you know. Like, oh, I saw your picture. Like, it's kind of messed up. It's really kind of messed up when you think about it. To be perfectly honest. So hold on. Let me go and grab my stuff because I waited for Jaja. Jaja clearly ain't coming.
The way. She said she on the way.
Oh, okay. Hey, Plum. That's right. That's that weirdo foot fetish stuff. And it was girls going on OnlyFans that was just showing their feet because then they didn't have to show their body. But some of them foot people be crazy. They be done tracked you down behind your feet. All I'm saying is it just ain't worth it. Mm-mm. Well, let me ask my question since we ain't got Jaja yet. All right. When is it okay, or is it ever okay to compromise, or should I say, have you done it? Because that's the question. Have you done it? Why did you do it? And that's for anybody. If you want to grab the link and tell your side so you can make it clear. Because sometimes when you type stuff in the chat, you leave it open for interpretation and we might interpret it wrong, okay? But have you ever compromised like what you believe, religion, values, whatever, because you wanted to date a particular person? Like, I had a situation once where it was a dude I met and I was still young, single, all that good stuff. And he told me he didn't do Jesus in them. And I was like, then I can't do you. But I know I had one friend that was like, oh, girl, I would have dated him anyway. And it was like, I couldn't do it. Have y'all ever done that where you end up compromising your belief systems or things that you said normally would have been deal breakers because you wanted to date a certain person? Jaja, have you ever done that?
Assalamu Queen Yoda. What's good, Gabor?
What's good?
That's
What's
my sis.
good? I had girl, I had forgot what I even was thinking about because you switched over topics so much. You know, this ADHD be kicking in. But what was your question? What was you
My
saying?
question is, have you ever, because you wanted to date a particular person, they had different beliefs, values, anything that you felt like was important or was a part of your core values or beliefs, and you disregarded that, or you were willing to compromise your beliefs just so you could date a certain person? Have you ever done it? Would you ever do it?
No.
How come?
Um, because core beliefs are just that. I mean, if I separate from that, I'm separating from who I am at my core. So we I'm not gonna go too deep, but the objective is to be equally yoked. So if I um commune with someone
Real
who
quick.
is
Good
on
night,
the
Candace. Okay, go ahead.
good night, baby. If I commune with someone who is on a different spectrum than I am, I mean, it's going to be difficult to create a union from that. And I don't think anyone should deviate from their core values when that comes to specifically religion. Um,
But
other things I,
what about other stuff? Like Lala say she dated a man that was on drugs. I had a cousin that did that. I wouldn't do it because for me that kind of goes against me. Now I can deal. You forgive me. I don't even know what else to say. Y'all judge me if you want to. I could deal with somebody that sold a dope, but I can't. I could never deal with nobody that used it.
I
I
don't think
couldn't.
I wouldn't look at that as a core value. I would think of that as just a lifestyle difference. I wouldn't look at that as a core. I mean, because you have to think about some people have been you know, crackheads for a better part of their life and they've reformed and they don't even appear that they were and they could relapse at any moment. So I think that could be, calling yourself dating someone on drugs or whatever. But I wouldn't relate that to a core belief. That's just
No, no,
like a
I wasn't
lifestyle.
saying just your core beliefs. I'm saying even stuff that you thought before was like a deal breaker. And then you get to a certain person and it ain't even a deal breaker. Like with that one, I go ahead and go along with it.
Well, on some things, most things, if you in a committed monogamous relationship, it's going to be about compromise anyway. So it just depends on what you're willing to deal with. Do you want to be right
Night
all the
Nita.
time, or do you want to be happy?
Yeah.
So it's just going to depend. Everybody has some crazy or some dysfunction. It just depends on what kind of crazy and dysfunction you're willing to deal with for the long term.
Mm-hmm.
I think.
Okay, now spiritual babe, she on that. She kind of where I was at with it. Yeah, he was agnostic, and this is why he's my ex. Now stuff
Yeah.
like that, certain stuff, and I'm with SFF. I stand firm in my beliefs. I did on one occasion. There was one occasion where I kind of something that I was like, oh no, I could never. That's a deal breaker. And yeah, good night, Nita. I said night, but I didn't know if she heard me. But and I tried it anyway because I really liked the person, and it was a colossal mistake, and it boiled down to the very thing that I really had a problem with. So I wondered about that because I was watching, and I'm always watching and lurking in groups like that to see what people are gonna say, and the comments were shocking.
I can believe that because people, you look at maybe you and I's generation is a more traditional, conventional way of thought. I mean, we may be open minded to different things, but it's still based on traditional thought. And so now, every damn thing goes. But I think when you're talking about deal breakers, you really have to think about what you're teaching that person that you are going to deal with. Because if you let certain things slide or um, become accustomed to just them doing whatever and you don't agree with that, then sooner or later you ain't going to have no position to disagree or say you want this when you've been going with that for so long. So in things like, bills, gender roles, things like that. I mean, certain people, when it comes to gender roles, things like that are deal breakers, sex, all those different type of things.
Yeah, but
Or
whatever it is for you, if that person doesn't fit that, for some of us it's an absolute no. Now hold on, before we go too deep, I know little brother gotta go. Good boy, you gotta go finish cooking, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
What's
Good
going
night, y'all. Thank you for having me, sis.
anytime. We love you over here.
Good night, Jaja.
good night,
Good
baby.
night, good night, Royal Fam. I'm still gonna be listening, been trying to contribute in the chat when my hands get free.
Okay. I
All right,
wish
y'all.
I wish you could be doing meal prep for me, then I wouldn't have to do it. But you're too far. California's too far. That's all right. I'll talk to you later, boo. Love you.
All right. Good night, y'all. Good night, Royal Family. Have a nice weekend.
You too now.
Okay.
Bye. So yeah, it just got me, sis, because I'm just like, I'm looking at these people and they were like, oh, but if you really love them, then you got to compromise. And I was like, okay, I don't know how that's supposed to work, honey. Sir, I don't know.
It does work, and I'm sure that you do it. You just have your own customized way of doing it, and that goes back to everybody. What they are going to compromise with is going to be different, especially when your emotional attachment to a person is different. What you did for a man maybe 10 years ago, that's probably done switched up. So you're not willing to compromise certain things for the man that you have or want in your life this
Right.
present day.
But the
I
thing
think
is,
a lot of
deal
that.
breakers, I don't do that no more. I took that chance one time and it blew up in my face like a grenade, like a M80. Never again. And I have that list of things that are absolute deal breakers. Once those deal breakers occur, the deal is broken, baby, and you got to go. You ain't got to go home, but you got to get the heck up out of here.
Yeah, it depends on how firm you are with that. Just like I know a lady, and she said her next marriage, because her husband was a smoker, a cigarette smoker, and so she said the next husband cannot be a smoker. And I questioned
Okay.
her, and this goes into the your topic. I questioned her, and I said, well, what if God sends you everything that you petition Him for, but he smokes cigarettes? I said, are you going to forsake your spirit husband because he smoked cigarettes? And she really never answered, but it's something that it was just so distasteful for her that she doesn't want that in
And
the
what
next.
else is? If you look at it from that standpoint, God know that's distasteful for her. I seriously doubt the Lord gonna send her something that turn her stomach. You know what I'm
But
saying? If
look,
he
we
show up
we
and he got
all
everything but that, then that's your first sign that God ain't sending. That's a decoy. For real.
but
No, ma'am.
don't you think some things are minimal in
No,
comparison to other things?
no. I feel like every woman has a breaking point. Every woman has something that she ain't finna put up with. And for me, it's one thing. For you, it's something else. But
Right.
whatever it is for you, it's big to you. Somebody on the outside, like, that ain't no big deal. My deal breaker that I put up with was somebody swinging on me because I felt like, I can beat it. And then I realized I shouldn't have to be getting in fist fights with a man. Now, somebody
Okay.
that take beatings every day, that ain't no big deal, girl. You can deal with that. For me, it was a very big deal. Some people can deal with a man cheating, like men gonna be men. For other sisters, that's a huge deal. For some women, I have a very good friend, and I call her my baby sister. And her big deal was that her husband was not emotional. She wanted hugs and constant, affection and whatever. And that man wasn't that type of man. And that was a big deal for her. You get what I mean? So
Yes.
you might look at that cigarette and say, that's small. But for her, there's trauma attached. That's a big deal for her. Okay, Brittany hit the nail on the head. It's not minimal if you really can't get past it. Girl, you better say that again. If it's sticking for me, it ain't gonna work. Lord Roxanne, thank you so much for the super sticker with your beautiful self. I saw you say good morning, but Sister Jaja was talking and I did not want to interrupt. And Dee Marie says she got to figure out her deal breakers. Girl,
Girl,
make
figure them
this
out fast.
nice. Here comes Red Label saying, "Where is Jamal?"
Oh no, I don't want to be up here with him. No, I gotta go.
You
What
running
I
from
do?
Red Label?
I know he like a trick bag, honey. He might get you caught up in something you can't talk your way
Uh-uh.
out of.
I
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I am
All
very
right.
calm this evening. We're good.
Well,
What
no,
you
how are you, Q?
what you
I'm doing
drinking
well.
tonight?
How are you?
Good.
What you drinking tonight, Red Label?
I'm doing a little vodka, hard vodka, and what is this? Hard tea.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice. So
Hmm.
you up here just in time for the next question on the back porch.
Out loud.
Yeah, you ready? You ready? Okay. Is it ever appropriate for a woman to show up unannounced at a man's house and they not married or engaged?
Yes.
Okay. Give me a scenario. When is it appropriate?
If you feel there's something wrong in your spirit, and you need to go check on your union that you might have with this individual, then you show up. If you have,
Really? So you believe in pull-ups and pop-ups? Okay,
because
so Q, let me flip this question
being
around.
okay.
Let me flip it. So do you pull up and pop up if you get a feeling?
Mm-hmm. I,
What?
I I'm a Scorpio, so I analyze everything, and if it doesn't match up in my head, I'm gonna find an excuse to pop up and pull
Oh
up.
no. Hey
But that's the
Christian.
worst pop up
Hey,
though. Hey,
yeah.
Christian.
Hey.
Like, oh, I think I left my toothbrush here, or I can't find my sock.
See,
Those are
now
the pop
listen.
ups that cause it to question though.
But if you're having those feelings, then walk away.
See, this is I'm gonna tell you something. Now, when I read the question about the pull-ups and the pop-ups, I saw lots of my ladies in there saying stuff like, "Oh yeah, I pull up, I pop up, I show up to jobs." I was like, "Yo, chill out." I'm gonna
I
tell
might,
you something. I don't believe in pulling up and popping up. I don't. Christian Key,
I
what
might.
about you?
I got a little story, so I don't know if mine is in comparison to the question, but basically, dude wanted me to come over, but I didn't have his cell phone number. Well, long story short, I did have it, but I deleted it being smart. But anyway, he thought I had his number, so he left. I wound up taking longer than what I usually do, so I just went on and went because I assumed he expected me to come, but I couldn't call before I went. So of
Mm.
course I popped up. He opened the door. He had that look like, mm. And I didn't think
Ooh.
about it till I got to the door. Like, ooh, he might have somebody in there, thinking I wasn't coming. But he let me in, and it was a good night. Needless to say, and then I got cussed out because I erased his number being smart. But I left. I ain't asked for it. I just wanted some, basically.
Ooh.
But my thing is, I think like people know when their relationships are in trouble. Like if you sense something is not right, then more than likely, 10 out of 10, you're right. But if
But
you don't
Mhm.
okay,
have
with
to,
that being said, because I'm a firm believer in that, right?
mhm.
I'm a firm believer in that. Now, my belief is so strong that if I feel like you cheating, you are. Now, I don't feel like I don't have to go to a court of law. I don't need to gather no evidence. I don't need no prosecutor. I ain't got to prove a goddamn thing. If I feel like you tricking, you tricking. And that's that in the story. Because whatever you doing is giving me that impression. Okay? I'm not popping
Absolutely.
up. I'm
Intuition.
not pulling up. I'm not checking no phone. I ain't checking a goddamn thing. If you ever make the mistake of making me feel like you tricking, guess what else? You tricking.
But see,
And
that's
see,
where the
just like
negative
Dr.
characterization.
J9 1913, I'm a Scorpio too. So we are always suspicious of the people we bring into our life.
Okay, so then let me ask you this then, Red Label. If you feel that way, why don't you just take it as you made me feel like you was doing it, you doing it, I'm gone. Why you gotta go look?
Because I need to do my research first. I might pop an air tag in your trunk to make sure you're supposed to be where you're supposed to be so I can track it. Who knows?
But this is my question. Like I get that you with the tracking and all that there. What I'm saying is if you feel like the person doing something, why do you need evidence to leave? Just leave.
because I want to make sure that they are on the same track. I want to give them all the lead on the rope to make sure they don't hang themselves.
But why are
And
you
then
giving them rope? If you feel like they're guilty, just call them guilty and be done.
that's not how a Scorpio works.
And
We want
sometimes
to,
it's paranoia from previous relationships. If you've been cheated on previously and that person starts to
we want to,
exhibit the same thing as your current relationship, you might have those feelings, but it may be wrong. Everybody's discernment or intuition on things is not necessarily on point. But
Okay,
that's
but
what I was going to say is that's where the bad characterization of a pop up comes from is people thinking popping up is only when you suspect something. I don't look well. I can see it that way, but if I feel like and know and am certain that I'm in a monogamous committed relationship, and I know Bay gets off at 6:30, so by 8 he's just chilling. We don't live together, and I get bored around the house. I might pull up and hey, it's a Netflix and chill type of night. A pop up can be a good thing or a bad thing. I think it only becomes bad when there is a lack of trust. If there's enough trust there and there's honest communication about what level of the relationship that it is, a pop up shouldn't matter. And if you do suspect something, you need to just leave the relationship.
that's
That
what I'm
doesn't
saying.
even
If you
yeah.
suspect something, just leave. And I'm gonna go
Trust
you
your
one further.
intuition.
If you basing that on trauma from your past relationships, you don't need to be in the current relationship. You need to fix yourself before you start bringing your trauma and baggage and go following people around. I had one of them men. You understand what I'm telling you? And you ain't got
hmm
one time to run behind me or make me feel like you doing a pop up. Now you just got popped off. Now you ain't got to worry about the next man. The next man is gonna be here by tomorrow. I promise you that. With all this wagging I'm dragging, it ain't gonna be no problem to start interviewing by tomorrow. I don't play them games.
now,
Mm,
The pop
now
up
go out.
and I'm insecure. I need you to reassure me. I promise you, I don't reassure nobody. If you are not confident and a whole, complete, healthy person, when you meet me, you're gonna end up getting real friendly with a razor blade, and I can almost guarantee it. I'm not emotional. I don't reassure. I don't pat on the back. I don't hold hands. I'm not gonna hold your hand and get you through it because I'm not your mama.
well, those are the steps that everybody doesn't take before they re-enter a relationship, no matter what their trauma, was. Some people think getting over is getting under somebody else without doing the mental, emotional work.
I mean, I get what you're saying, but when you bring that baggage to somebody else, don't be surprised when they drop you off at the curb.
True.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like reality. This is just being real and being an adult. Nobody owes it to you to take on your baggage and your trauma. If you're an adult,
Mm,
you have to do the adult thing, do the work, get the therapy, fix yourself before you start trying to bring your broken self and link up with somebody who didn't ask you for that.
wait
You
a
know,
minute, Tanisha.
when
What
people
about what about meeting somebody where they are?
that hold on, sis, that's what your preacher is for. I'm not your pastor. Once I'm
Mm.
sliding up, meeting you where you at. Listen, I can if I meet you and that's where you at, I'm gonna pray for the Lord to meet you at the point of your knees because Shanitra cannot help you. It is not it listen, it is never the job of another adult to fix your brokenness. You
That's
have
true.
no business and no right to come bringing your broken self and dropping that in somebody's lap. Nobody is responsible for that. And I just think people who do that are bad people. Go and
Yeah.
fix yourself. Mental health is real. Therapy ain't that expensive. Go and sit on somebody's couch. Stop bringing that crap to people. If your last ex was around here, he was messing with the nanny, the cleaning lady, the milkman's first cousin, whatever he was doing to you.
The
And now
milkman's first
anytime you
cousin.
see a woman, you scared, she about to screw him. She about to listen, sis, go to them people, sit down on the couch. Because that next man you meet could be wonderful. He may have done the work. He may have had his therapy. He's healthy. He's ready to be committed. And you popping up, and now he think you crazy.
Mhm.
Now he gone. And he looking for somebody that's completely healthy and got their head together.
Tanisha, let me ask you this. Do you think that a person can come to another person and not be completely healed, but the person that they are connected with can love them in such a way that's so different from anything they've ever experienced that they can usher in their healing?
I mean, if the person who is healthy is silly enough to stay with them, I wouldn't. If you bring your behind to me and I see holes in you, baby, you not Swiss cheese. You got to go. I'm not finna be trying to heal you and all that. I'm not your mama. I'm definitely not a mammy. I'm not Miss Fix It. I ain't Bob the Builder. I ain't none of them. You better get you some help and come back and hope I'm single when you get here.
Mm,
Period. People have they have a responsibility for their own mental health.
absolutely.
You don't
Q,
bring
would you ever interact with a woman that wasn't healed totally from her past relationship?
I think it depends on the situation of um its entirety.
Mm-hmm.
And if
Yeah.
you are willing to navigate the waters to work through it and get help, it just everyone has their own baggage that they have to work through, and I it, it just depends.
So I guess that
Because
goes back to Sanisha, what you were saying. It just depends on what you're willing to deal with and how much patience you have to deal with that.
It depends on if you're
patience,
real
tolerance,
crazy.
and understanding.
Yeah. I got patience, tolerance, and understanding. What I don't have is codependence and helping people be irresponsible.
And say your breastfeeding day is over with.
Thank you.
Right.
All the milk done dried up in these. Ain't no milk left in these. Okay, it's been almost 20 years and ain't no milk in here. So don't come over here looking, thinking you finna nurse. Ain't no nursing over here.
Look, I ain't never had none, so I can't help you out there. Ain't no way.
And like a level of spontaneity.
Okay.
What is
See, at the
what
end
does
of the
that
day,
mean?
listen here. You're saying like a level of spontaneity. But like if you just dating, I just feel like ain't nothing wrong with just saying, hey, I'm on the way. Like, what are you doing that for? Because at the end of the day, you might have it in your mind. I just want to give myself some security that ain't nothing happening, but you're not even considering how that other person takes your behavior. You know what I'm
Like
saying?
they
That's
say,
real.
don't go
Mm.
looking for something, you'll
Selfish as hell.
find it.
G darling, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate you supporting the stream. I love you.
Mm, she's
But that
generous, bless her.
Okay.
oh,
Mm-hmm.
JC dropping jewels. The opposite of victimhood is responsibility. You better say it.
Amen.
Ain't nobody got time for that. That person that you doing that to, now they can feel the distrust. They can feel the disingenuineness of your
Oh,
behavior.
here you go.
It's not, oh, I was just missing you. It's I'm so scared that you giving your organ to someone else. You
Like they
understand
say,
what I'm
don't go looking for something you don't want to find
saying? Right.
out.
Christian,
But
have you ever ran up on something that you wasn't looking for and you found it?
if
Um,
let me think. Something I wasn't looking for and found it. Um, you know what? Years back, it was just a guy I was talking to. It wasn't no real relationship. I popped up a place that he wasn't supposed to be. He claimed he was somewhere else. So I went to go
Mm.
party where I went to go party. And lo and behold, he was there and he was talking to somebody. I ain't do nothing but walk past him and say, what's up? And kept moving. Ain't no point in acting silly. Roxanne said, I whisper under my breath, I'm not a doctor. But Red Label, you know what was so funny with that situation? All I did was say, hey, what's up? And that man almost lost it. You would have thought he saw a whole ghost.
Yeah, it
Because he knew
probably
he
took
was on the
everything
wrong.
in him to hold his. It probably took everything in him not to hold his bowels together.
Right. And then he ended up like getting a little upset because I was in the middle of the dance floor shaking it and dropping it. That's back when we were still scrubbing the ground. So it's
hey,
like, you on a date, I can do what I want to. And don't worry about this man buying his drink. He minding his business and you mind yours.
With that
Mm.
date you're on at the moment, because we ain't causing a scene.
Yeah,
And see, that's a
that's
level of
I,
maturity everybody does not have, and I feel like depending
mm-hmm.
on your level of attachment or victimization, yeah, everybody is not going to handle that very well, no matter if they was in the wrong or not. Somebody gonna act a fool.
Mm-mm.
We can like the food when we get
I,
home.
Either
Yeah, you
or.
better do it when you get to the house, because you show out with me, baby, you gonna get the surprise of your life. I'm telling you, I'm
right.
I'm the worst kind of girl. I will act like I don't know you in public. And whatever man I'm talking to, I'm gonna ask him to protect me from you. And then we're gonna call the police. And then I'm gonna go full clear lady. You better not pull that crap on
Mm-mm.
me thinking you about
Tanisha,
to
you
have
lying. Do you know back in the days you fought
okay.
niggas? So to quit lying, you ain't calling no
Girl,
police.
listen, I wasn't fighting men that I was going with. You sound crazy. I fought men that disrespected me. Because if I'm dating you or we talking, as we used to say, y'all talking, look here.
Mm-hmm.
If you doing your thing, I ain't tripping because just know I'm going to do mine too. We
Yeah.
both going to be doing our thing. I ain't mad. Don't you get mad either. Look at the Lay's potato chips, sour cream, and
We,
onion. It's so lovely, don't you agree? Look how he
it got a
pointed.
red background. We're gonna
But
call that
don't
the
you
red label
think
tonight.
that's why being
That's the
honest
red
makes
label room.
things so much easier?
I mean, of course, but people ain't honest. And if everybody was honest, there would be no such thing as divorce or breakups.
Just like I found the unlocked phone that stayed locked 24/7, and we was together 5 years, and he left, and then one day I found it, and it was magically unlocked. And I got to
And you
see
like,
everything.
yeah, and see, my thing is this, yeah, I don't do that scene. I ain't never been for that. You ain't finna make no scene with me. You crazy. I'm telling you, I'm that girl that would literally sit there and tell you to your face, I don't know you. I ain't never mess with you. Hey, Mystery Hill. Yeah, la la. I don't do them public displays. No, no. Roxanne, thank you for the super sticker, sis. Gabor says, wait, let me get Gabor.
Oh wait,
Like,
Gabor's
know
back.
your worth in a relationship. He said he was gonna be in the chat. He doing his cooking. Gabor said, if
Okay.
you mess up with me, I don't even speak. Thank you. I don't act a
Hmm.
fool or nothing. I just move on. You're invisible to me from now on. You better say that. I am,
That's right.
listen, when I say I am a black belt in ignoring you, I am a true Aquarius, honey. You were never born. Your mama was on birth control and your daddy started going with another woman. You were never here. You were never here.
I think that's a skill though to be able to detach emotion like that. I mean, I wish I had that skill.
Or something you just how should I say this? Inhabit from your mama not to be emotional. Cause
Thank
when I
you.
found the phone, I just called him and told him come get your stuff. When he came
Yep.
in the house, he choked me. He don't want to act up. I don't. We in my
That's
house.
what
I
Oh
they
still
my
don't
do.
got no
God, he
problem.
choked you.
But Christian, that's what
Yeah.
they do. When we don't get emotional, then they beat us getting emotional. It's like, buddy, roll, calm down. We
Yeah.
ain't doing that. We ain't doing that up in here. And see, if we at the house, then you in danger. I got guns in almost every room. So I'm gonna
Exactly.
need
I'm
you.
sitting
I'm
on the
gonna need
couch
you to put,
chilling.
look here. I'm gonna need you to put your hands in your pocket, house. There's a gun in every room in my house. Be very careful with yourself. So, and I've always been like that. I'm not finna play with you. I'm just not
That's
finna do it. I
right.
had exactly one man that I was stupid enough to be fighting with, and that thing blew up into something that I really did not need to go through. So after that,
Mm.
I'm not finna play with you. You might get one fight. You might, because if you hit me, we're definitely fighting. Nobody's beating my behind. However, after that one, you'll never get another one.
Wait, what man is hitting a woman in these streets?
Oh no, men do that all the time until they hit the right woman. I always
Mm.
say you can't never say what a man won't do, but you can darn sure say what he won't do twice.
Mm.
Now I can't tell you you won't do it, but I can bet you won't do it no more.
You gonna learn today.
Thank
Hey.
you. And that's facts. But no, I just don't. I've never been the person that understood cutting up and clowning and popping up and going through phone. I wish I would. And Jaja, I promise you, sis, it's not so much about just detaching emotions. My feelings can get hurt. And if my feelings get hurt, guess what I say? You hurt my feelings. And after I acknowledge that you hurt my feelings, I go get me a bottle of Shivers Regal. And I get a cup and I get 3 cubes of ice. And I sit down. And by the time
Now,
I and by the time I get to the bottom of that bottle, What was your name again?
Now I
Mm.
understand, not, a public display of foolishness. I get that. But, let's say that you were, in the privacy of your home and then something came about, caught you off guard, was disrespectful or embarrassing or just, took you off guard. If you are still able to restrain your emotions, depending on how deep the relationship is, whatever, if you are able to restrain your emotion, I still think that is a gift and a skill because when it comes to especially a romantic sexual relationship with somebody, people have a different mentality with how they deal with things. So it's not like it's a coworker that you want to snap on and you just walk away. I mean, you're talking about, a tie,
Child,
spiritually. So
listen
if
here,
you're able to
man. Stop,
restrain yourself, you are gifted.
Jaja. All I can say, it must be something wrong with me. I'm not finna act silly with you. I'm gonna help you pack, hoes. Let me tell you something. When I got rid of my first husband, I told him I was done on Monday. Tuesday, I started packing because he wasn't packing fast enough. And by Wednesday, I called him. Y'all need to help him get his stuff because I think he need help, and that's why he ain't gone yet.
No,
And I
it's nothing
and
wrong with you. You just are able to emotionally detach, not
it's
just in
just
that situation, but all
it's
the way around.
but this is the thing, sis. This is what you're not understanding. It's not that I don't have emotions. I'm human. It's just
Of
that
course.
because I realize you can have an emotion and still control yourself. I'm all about temperance and controlling yourself. You can feel anything you like and still be logical. We're not animals. We have control of ourselves.
That's
So
true.
if you hurt my feelings, I'm gonna let you know you hurt my feelings, and for that reason, I'm gonna need you to get your black behind up on out of here. You gotta get on up out of here in a hurry too. Move quickly, expeditiously. Let me help you.
So when my
Yeah.
family found out that my aunt killed my uncle,
Oh wow.
um, yeah, apparently my uncle was um, a major gambler, and then when he would lose, he would go home and he would be drunk, and that he would beat her, and
Oh,
nobody knew this. And one day, my aunt, she uh, did self defense from the
okay.
situation when he lost money, and my uncle transitioned into the next realm.
Mm-hmm.
People were blaming her for what she did, and I'm like in my head, this woman suffered in silence when nobody knew that when he would lose money that she was being beaten, and it was her
Mm-hmm.
way of breaking out. So why are we blaming her for what he was doing to her that we didn't see?
But that's what people do. And it was my daddy that always told us like if you don't like something, to say it. If you don't want something to happen to you, put a stop to it. He said if you don't, them same people will kill you and tell the world you enjoyed it. And so that's
Hmm.
how I move. That's how Phil raised me, and that's just what it is. If you doing something that make me feel bad, if you lying, cheating, cussing, whatever, if whatever it is, if it don't make me feel good, I'm gonna make you stop. And the best way to make you stop is to get you far away from me. You're gonna have to go yonder way. You're not gonna stay up around me playing with me. I don't have any emotion to give you. Emotion is a resource, and to be quite honest, I budget my resources. So I'm not. I don't feel like I owe you my emotions. Why do I need to have an emotional
Hmm.
outburst? I don't need to scream and yell for you and burn no calories. If I want to burn calories, I will get on the treadmill.
It's screaming and
I hear
hollering and
you.
stress and
Yeah. Now your throat feeling raw. You got a headache. Your nose stopped up. Your eyes puffy. You looking crazy. This person has all the satisfaction in the world because you showing them just how much emotion and passion you got for them. Now who won? You looking like
Mhm.
a whole fool, a whole one, not three quarters, whole, whole. And while you sitting up there crying, emotional, acting a whole donkey, this person going on about their business. They gonna sleep with two, three, four, five different women. and then come back to you and play on your emotion because you just showed him you got all that for him.
Mm-hmm.
That's how women end up back in the same trap, being out of control. If he hurt your feelings, say he hurt your feelings. Tell him, you know what, you hurt my feelings. I trusted you and you was a scoundrel. You was a mangy scoundrel. So what I'm gonna need you to do is get away from here and don't come back. I'm gonna have me a drink. I might have two or three, so I can feel better about how you did me. But you got to go, and I mean already.
Mm-hmm.
All them
I
outbursts.
agree.
That's silly. We grown. You know what I'm saying? Maybe if we were still little girls, I could see it. We grown. I know I'm grown. I'm saying you
But I
like
think, well, I think what you're
probably
calling a outburst is just an emotional release because everybody is going to respond differently to a situation. Some people just like when there's a horrible event, somebody might be sitting there looking stoic or unemotional, but they're processing it different. Another person might be crying, and that's just their way of expressing whatever emotion is in them. I don't think just because you do or don't show emotion, that's going to depend on the level of emotional maturity that you have. I think it's just a difference in expression.
now. I'm not saying you can't cry with humans. Humans cry. That's why we have lacrimal glands. You can shed a tear while calmly saying, "Get the hell out my house." You know what I'm saying? All my thing is handle your business, acknowledge your emotion, accept it, acknowledge what happened to you, accept it. Sometimes you have to do it verbally, like, you know what, that happened. I gotta accept that. This person did this to me. I trusted them, and this is what I got. Now this is what I'm gonna do about it. Now, once that person is out the way, you sort your feelings out. If you need to cry, write a letter, burn it, burn pictures, whatever you need to do. Sort your way through it and then move through life in a mature fashion. But it's just to me the pop-ups, the outbursts, the drama. Oh Lord.
No, it should never get to that. I mean,
Uh-uh.
once it even is half a way step towards that, it's you need to exit.
Yeah, you gotta get
I
on up
can
out of here.
I consider myself to be a broken human.
But you know what? You know what, Red Label? That's real though. At least you real enough to acknowledge where you got breaks.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody got.
Why?
Well,
The problem is some people don't acknowledge their breaks. They pretend, they fake it till they make it. They pretend to be whole people. And then they turn around and bring all that dysfunction to people who never
mhm,
asked them for that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
People, somebody
I
who
can
signs up to date you didn't sign up to be your therapist.
right.
Alexis E say, when did you cuss them out? Well,
Right.
let me answer that. Now, there's a time when you can cuss them out. It depends on what lines they cross. Everybody's line is different. But I would hope that it would be, something that's serious enough that you need that it takes an immediate response. If you're a
But see,
threat,
that's an emotional reaction, though, Sinitra. That's an emotional reaction. When you want to cuss somebody out, that has
but
evoked
this is
an
the thing.
emotion in you.
You want to do a lot of things. My issue is you can control yourself. And I can guarantee you something else. If I curse you out, I'm not out of control. I'm perfectly under control when you get cussed out. I mean to curse you out. Every single syllable is well placed and picked just for you. My brother will tell you, and he told one of his friends that I'm the only person he knows that can curse you out with a smile on my face. You will never get me to act like a donkey because you did something to me. I could never.
And
No,
Never.
that's
I
funny.
never
That makes
get
me.
over
What you say, Red Label?
I never get over emotional about anything. Um I have
Thank you.
I have no sensory of when I should be emotional because for some reason it doesn't phase me, and I think outside of the situation, like, well, how can we fix it? When my favorite grandparents died, I wasn't emotional, I wasn't sad, and I had no. It's hard to explain. Like I
No,
was
it's
there,
not. It's
I was present, but I was not present because I was over thinking for everybody else of how to calm the situation down. I don't feel emotionally attached to a lot of things, which is kind of sad.
Right. Well, this is the thing. I actually have emotional attachments. I have very strong emotional attachments to some people in certain situations. But even at that, it's just I've always been the person where I feel like there's never a reason to be out of control.
Hmm.
There's never a good
Q,
reason, never a good excuse to be out of control.
Q, was it a situation where the household or wherever you were brought up, everybody was too emotional, over emotional, and so once you were able to identify your emotions, you said, "Now wait a minute, somebody has to be level-headed." Is that where that came from?
For me, I wasn't allowed to cry. I couldn't show emotion. It
Mm,
was always man up. Um, if I cried, if I attempted to cry, I'd get punched in the chest and say, "Man up." But among that, however, there's another association where I felt like there's a bigger picture and focus on what's happening, and that's
Now,
what
mm,
I got from that.
Gabor is bringing the
mm.
real. Believe it or not, I've never cursed out a significant other, me either, or partner. I'm not judging, but I've seen it a lot growing up. Me too. Never in my family though, and never wanted to be that person. Yeah, and then he says, I'm not giving nobody that. And me either. I
And
just
I
always
agree.
felt like it was just the people I saw doing that in my hometown were how can I put this and still be nice? It was a certain kind of folks that did that sort of thing.
Hmm.
So it was never going to be me because I didn't live a certain sort of place and I didn't live with a certain sort of people. So you were never going to see me. And I was a terror. But you weren't gonna see me doing that. I just I could never. I could never. Long as me and Papa been together, we ain't never had an argument. He's never raised his voice at me. I've never raised my voice at him. We have never cursed at each other.
Bless
It's
God.
and it's not that we
Mm.
don't disagree. He tell me what he think, and I tell him what I think. And if we don't agree on it, it's like okay, we'll
You
stop
agree to
talking about it
disagree.
for a minute. He'll go think about it. I'll go think about it. We might revisit it again. Like okay, well I heard what you said. Well, what about this? It's never a reason to take it there in my book. Now I know some people got to go there. Some people are, some people is firecrackers. And I say, girl, go ahead, boom, if that's your thing. But Nitra can't.
And
I
see,
can't.
that's why I'm being patient and waiting. You give me hope. Will you and Papa give me hope? Because that's what I
Oh,
don't. All that back and forth, and like I say, I'm single by choice. Because I don't. My nerves literally cannot take it. I don't want to deal with it.
girl,
I'm not
my
gonna
nerves
yell at
bad
you.
too. You know
I
what's
can't
funny,
deal with
Christian?
it.
My first husband was an arguer. He would want to argue. And it would be so funny to watch somebody try to argue with somebody who ain't gonna argue.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm literally that person. If you need to argue, I'm telling you, you're gonna end up jumping off a bridge, playing with blades, playing with pills. Nitra don't argue. Like you will be mad, and the madder you get, the more I'm gonna start laughing. I'm gonna pour me a drink, get in the bed, and put my feet up. Like I'm really going to ignore you so hard that you feel like I slapped
Mm-hmm.
you. Like
So
I don't.
And
KB,
that's me.
I am labeled as a sociopath because I have no emotional attachments to practically anything. Not
I
sure
think
why
you
that
do.
is.
They just haven't been triggered. I mean, nobody has been able to trigger that, but you absolutely do. Every person does.
Now, every
But
person does not. That's why they have the term sociopath. He trying to tell you something, sis. That's
Well,
but
I
that
I
mean,
mean
a
I like
mental,
certain
a mental or chemical instability. I guess we can, categorize that. But
Mhm.
I still think that type of stuff is from either it's learned behavior or experiences. You just turn to that depravity. But I think everybody is a naturally emotional person. It's
Mhm.
developed in different ways.
Girl, they have children that are born like that, and there's nothing that anybody did. The parents be sitting there, I don't know what's wrong with little Johnny, Some people is, I'm telling you, I don't know whether it's chemical or
Mental or
whatever.
chemical imbalance. So what you trying to
Right.
say about where is Jamal? You saying you saying he's imbalanced?
I'm
Is
not
that what
saying
we saying?
I'm not saying he said it. He said it. Red
Look,
Label
I
said it.
I'm present,
And see,
but I'm not
and one
present.
thing about me, hold on. One thing about me, sis, you gonna learn. I believe people. When somebody tell you something, believe them. Women make that
Mhm.
mistake all the time. They'll meet a man, the man will say, I ain't no good for you, yada yada. Oh, you are. I could see the good in you. Then 2 years later, he done screwed three of your friends, your cousin, your
Hmm.
second cousin twice removed, and he done slapped your mama on the booty. And you like, I can't believe he did that. This man told you from the
Mhm.
get, I ain't no good for you. Y'all gonna learn to
Hmm.
listen to people. Red Label just sat here and told us what time it was
Hmm.
to our faces. At this point,
I
anybody that run up on Red Label, you get
And
what you
see,
get.
that's just what I did. You know, I told you when he first came up here, I didn't want to be up on this screen with this man. See, I said that when I first got up here. I should have listened to
She
myself.
did.
Yep, and then you hung on in anyway. The boy
KB,
said,
I've been
hello.
diagnosed twice as a sociopath. So I
Okay,
mean,
the
I
boy.
have emotions, but I don't have emotions. It
I
just
know what you
depends on what
mean.
triggers
Ain't
me.
nothing wrong with that. Jesus loves sociopaths too. Gabor said, if a
He made me in
significant,
his image.
that's right. Gabor said, if a significant other curses me out or say something to me in anger that hurts me, then we're pretty much done. Amen. Because I will never get over it. You meant that. Thank you. You can't
Hmm.
say what's in you is gonna come out, and you can't bring something out that wasn't in there. You can't bring me apples out of a basket unless it was apples in the basket.
And I
I'm
can be
with you
pretty
on that
slick with
one.
my tongue without thinking.
But this is the thing. One thing, but if somebody is thinking like me and Gabor thinking, if you get mad and call me everything but a child of God, just start packing. Don't sit there and be like, I wonder is Nitra really going is she offended? Just assume I am and start packing.
Exactly.
Because I'm not gonna say nothing, but just go ahead and
Like
start.
the boy when he sing Don't Ever Wonder. Oh,
Yeah,
I've been
don't
listening to old
ever
school all
wonder.
day. My bad.
Okay, you pulled a Gabor on me, started singing.
That's what I said.
And
You
I was
so
about to pull a
crazy.
Sinitra copyright.
Copyright. But it's so funny because like I tell people that like when people do stuff, it's been times where people have done some heinous things to me. I was sharing some of that with JC earlier about what somebody I used to date, what he did. And he still followed me on social media and everything. And I never even told him I knew what he did. To this day, never told him I know what he did. I'm one of those people like I can find your dirt, see your stuff, it come to me, and I can still smile, and you'll never know. But I always say, if you're ever wondering, does Nitra know what I did? Did she catch that? Did she peep that? Assume I did. Assume it, because I'm never gonna say anything. I'm gonna let you keep right trotting along, making a donkey out of yourself, because you have no idea that you playing a role in you playing a role with somebody that already peeped your whole card.
So even though you peep it, do you still uh, remain the same in the space with them, or you create distance?
Oh, there's automatic distance. Distance is automatic. So when I start, positioning myself away from you, when I start not taking calls, when I start coming up missing, assume I know.
And they'll just have to realize and get the point that hey, she done peep game.
I mean, it would be the best thing to do because I'm never gonna say nothing. Not me. It's,
Hmm.
it's not. That's not who I am.
Well,
I'm never.
wait a minute.
uh,
Well,
K-
how do you
KB, I
resolve
am.
conflict or a misunderstanding if I mean, it could be a misunderstanding. Like, why not talk about it?
Because listen, we all grown. You knew what you do. You knew what you did was wrong when you did it. I'm not in the
Yeah.
habit of counseling grown people to tell you right from wrong. That was your mother's job.
Right.
So you
You
know
not
what
a
you did.
child no
When I
more.
come up missing, you already know what you did. Charge it to the game. Keep it pushing.
And to answer KB, I have to take a mental note to pretend to
Hmm.
take um to take action and caring about another person's feelings. So I have to make a mental
Wow.
note.
Yeah. And there's, you know what? I was watching this show. Um, I don't know whether it was on Discovery, one of them smart people shows, right? And they were talking to it was a young kid, and that's what they were telling him. They were like, when you don't know how to respond emotionally, they told him to look around, and if the people in the room with you are smiling, smile. And he was like, that way you can kind of teach yourself appropriate emotional responses in situations. It's not common, but it happens. So like I totally get it. It's really nothing wrong with you. That's just how you were made, and it's cool. Alexis E
So
say,
you
what
can
if
admit
what if
it.
they apologize? Then I can accept your apology. But dear
And
heart,
keep it moving.
right, I accept your apology, but the way we relate is forever changed. Now go with God, beloved.
Sanitra, look, I
Ooh.
gotta dip. I gotta finish. I gotta at least get a couple pages done. I'm working on a an overview of something, and I'm very proud of it. But I need to put in
Well,
some
get
work
that
because
done.
I know I'm gonna be up for quite a
Congratulations.
while, but I need to be
Oh,
productive. But I wanted to drop in because I missed your crown chats, and I just missed the discussion. So I wanted to
I'm
be
so
as
happy to
present.
see you.
I wanted to be as present as I could be and just drop in. And I really enjoyed you guys. Thank you for having me.
We love you, Jaja.
Love
Well,
you too. Okay,
Jaja, come
Christian,
up
Red
more
Label, you.
often.
Yeah, oh well, no, I don't want to be out here all like that, honey. I
Have a
try
good
to,
night.
All right, Red Label, you take it easy and learn to emote. No, ain't
Uh-huh.
nothing wrong with it.
This
Okay, y'all. All right, bye bye.
Bye, sis.
Okay, my salon.
All right. So Takesha Pickens say, I have a slick mouth. So what I say isn't always meant to hurt you. I can't do a sensitive man. I agree. I told my husband, go sit on a bleep. He was really upset. My humor is really dry. It's very dry. Girl, God bless you.
Mm,
I don't know what would have happened if I'd have said that to Papa. I don't know. I don't know if I'd have tried that. He's a big old man. Spiritual Babe said, "There's a if there is 100% evidence, ain't no discussion. Bye, especially on a subject that's been previously discussed. Girl, you better say that because if
man,
I if I if I cover that material with you and I make it clear what I cannot take and cannot deal with, and you disregard that and you do what you want to do, I'm gonna do what I want to do.
that's what I say. You ain't slow, you ain't dumb, and you ain't retarded. You just don't want to do it.
Right.
So I'm gonna do what I do.
I know that's right. And I can always show you better than I can tell you.
Right.
And I just
Mhm.
realized I went a whole damn day without eating.
Okay, so the first thing you ate was them tater chips.
Mm-hmm.
No wonder you was
Oh
tearing them
Lord.
tater chips up. I mean, he was over there going to work on that chip bag. I, I didn't want to get in your business, so I wasn't gonna mention it. But when you said that, I was like,
Oh,
that's why he was messing them. I mean, you was messing them chips up. I didn't
the
want to
front
ask
porch
you.
got real.
I've
Listen,
been
Christian,
driving all day.
He was in that chip bag so heavy. I almost asked him, was you smoking reefer? Like,
Oh.
that's usually when
I
you mess up some lays. So I
Man,
didn't
all
hey.
day.
want to say nothing. So when he said he had ate all day, then I felt comfortable to say something. Because I wasn't gonna ask about nothing like that on the air. That's a professional man right there. So
Right, right.
yeah, Nidra, the bag was crumpling because he was busting that bag down. He
Like
was
I
Oh
say,
busting
we
that
was
wow.
bag.
outside for real. It got real.
Girl, he put that he put that mic on mute and he went to work. He had his shoulder and his elbow in that bed.
Oh,
I mean, went in all the way
it's
in.
all
I
right
was
because he
like,
know he at home with family. He felt
yeah, he over
comfortable.
here on the porch with his country cousin. That's why he went to doing that. He'd have been on them bougie channels. He went up there eating them
Oh,
chips. He come over here
better
on
do it.
and just
I would have had
let
a
his head on.
I would have had a whole charcuterie plate if I was on those bougie channels, but we
Yeah, that's
good.
what he was. But when he come over here with us, you see what he did, broke out some lays. So he trying to tell us what he think of us. That's all right. We cool.
Oh,
It's
We
been a
cool.
long day.
That's right. Lala say Red Label was going to town on them chips, wasn't he?
I'm telling you, even the chips ain't the right label. I'm trying to tell you.
Listen, and listen, you see the wall got that red tint. He in the red label lounge right now.
There you go. There you go.
You tell them ladies to call in, keep them with their relationship questions. There you go. Bam, you rich. Just like that. Y'all call in to the red label lounge.
Oh, right.
It's my
The
last
therapy
week in this
room.
house before I move. So
Wait, you
some say,
moving to a different city or just to a different house?
moving into a bigger house.
Oh,
All
look at
right. Congratulations.
Thank you.
oh, go ahead, big baller.
I know she got a pool and everything, so I might be
What?
outside.
What?
Hey.
Let me find that. You over there balling.
She got that wet. All right.
Well,
Look
we
at her.
we we a 1099 up over here.
I
we
know
ain't been
that's
a
right.
W2 we haven't been a W2 since 2016.
Listen, hey, mind
Amen.
you, I'm not gonna knock them people with them W-2s. You know, if you got a good W-2, go head on. Even if it's a
I
bad
wish.
W-2, go head on. Just add a 1099 to that W-2 until your 1099 get big, and then you can quit that W-2. All
Look,
money
I'm
folds, people. All money folds. Let me tell you something. It's a lot of people that be shamed because they work an honest job and make an honest day's pay. You ain't got to make $1 million, and don't you feel bad. Your
Hell
money fold,
no.
your money fold like everybody else money fold.
It
Make
all smells the
sure,
right.
same.
make sure that even if you got a W-2, that ain't all that. Y'all take that money, invest that money, make that money grow, make it get fat, and do something with it. Like I say, put you a 1099 next to that W-2. It's just like Monopoly. See, if you buy them cheap
Mm-hmm.
properties, put a bunch of houses and hotels on them, and get
Don't
work for what
pass
they worth.
go.
That's right,
Right.
and wait for people to pass go. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do. Cause
I'm trying.
I want to see everybody eat, and not just Lay's chips either. I want to see everybody eat. For real, it's not easy out here. It's
Sometimes caviar with Lay's chips, but we ain't
there
gonna talk
you
about
go.
that.
Fancy.
That's right. Everybody can't be bougie. You out there selling all the houses in the whole state. Everybody got a house, got to call you first. You over there locking down the house, marketing, whatever. I see it.
Well,
I
they like me up over here.
I said rather it be him than one of them clear
listen here.
people.
Wait a minute. Did you say lighten you up?
I said they like me up over here.
They better like you over there. You listen. You want them to like you.
Hell yeah.
Right.
That's right. Lynn Branch says your first front porch. You in charge. Don't let it be your last front porch, Lynn. Don't let it be your last. I ain't gonna stay up here too much longer. I'm finna get up out of here. We done sat up here and laughed and kiki. Keaton done took us to the Red Label Lounge with the Lay's chips.
Got the mood all laid back.
That's right. Them checks still cash and clear the same. That's what I'm talking about. You look, take
Hmm.
that money and make some more money. Put it out on the
Hmm.
track. Send a pack out. Ain't nothing wrong with it.
Do
But
what you
listen,
got to do.
y'all. Do y'all have anything else for anything we talked about? Okay, anything at all, or are all hearts clear, so we can get off this porch before we start swatting these mosquitoes?
Mm. I'm clear.
Well,
Y'all
I
clear?
just want to say it was fun. Um, it's always nice hanging out with the family. It's nice to catch up, and I will see you on the next live
That's what I'm talking about. I'll be back
All
over.
right.
after I get some food in my system.
Yeah, you better eat something. So yeah, we'll be back on the front porch again Saturday. Saturdays I stay a little bit later, but I do know people gotta go to work tomorrow, so I try to be mindful of time. But yeah, we had us a good time out here swatting mosquitoes. Y'all got them citronella candles down there in the royal family emojis. Y'all got lemonade and porch swings and whatnot. I hope y'all had a good time. Thank you to
And
everybody.
Lay's chips.
And Lay's chips. What no charcuterie? What how you say it? Charcuterie boy?
Charcuterie. It wasn't a charcuterie
Mm.
board.
But he had them Lay's chips for you. So thank you to everybody who supported the stream, every super chat, every super sticker. I really appreciate y'all. That's awesome. It helps us, do these events that we be doing or whatever. Also, if y'all ain't voted on the movie for the next movie night, go voting. I really mean it. Go to the community tab, vote for the movie. Keaton, you done voted yet? No. You get off this live, tap that darn community tab, and vote for
What
the doggone movie.
What are the choices?
See that he would say that. Let me look.
Get to.
You know, it's always that one relative. You got that one cousin.
I've been busy all week. I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, you've been busy over there folding money. That's what's going down. So the choices, family, since y'all cousin Keaton wants me to read the choices, is Coming to America, Boomerang, Black Panther, Low Down Dirty Shame, and The Pimp Chronicles 1. Those are the choices. Don't tell me. Go to the community tab and vote. It's a pride. Look at it. He up there trying to vote in his head.
Wakanda forever. You done shot me in my pinky toe.
No, that was
Wait.
last movie night. Yo, did you even come to last movie night?
Mm-mm.
Harlem Nights. Oh, we had fun, child. You missed it. I had my whole rhinestone. I had a rhinestone covered long cigarette holder. So after that, now everybody wanted a cigarette holder. So now I got to do everybody's cigarette holders.
And
So
the
Wait.
prettiest blue
It was
lipstick.
Bernard. Low down to the shame. Got it. Miss Peaches.
okay,
Yes.
Got it. I'm
Miss
present.
Peaches, you better come get this Rock Wilder. Yeah. So we're gonna have us a good time. So y'all make sure y'all vote for movie night. Bear in mind we got the baby shower coming up. Oh, Keaton, I'm gonna hit your inbox because we need you to put in on the baby shower. So don't
Okay.
worry. I will be in touch. You are an uncle because you're part of the royal family.
Just hit me up.
So I'm gonna holler at your uncle.
Okay.
We got that coming up, and then for October, I'm telling y'all in advance, we're planning for our fall masquerade. So we're gonna have
Oh yes.
the fall masquerade ball. That's gonna be cute and fun. We got some
October
nice.
is my birthday month. Hey,
Okay, when is your birthday?
on the 25th.
Oh, okay,
Thank
gotcha. Yeah.
it.
We got that coming up, and also
Scorpio
in
vibes.
Go on Scorpio, and also in the month of November, we're doing the drive for families for Thanksgiving. So we're gonna feed some folks royal family style. So
Feed the
y'all put
family.
it on your calendars as well. So
Okay.
I appreciate everybody. I love you guys. Y'all get some sleep. Say your prayers. Sweet dreams. Okay. Gabor got a message for you.
Tell Q my old girl to holler.
Tell she gotta get in line, good boy.
Tell her slide in my
Oh,
DMs.
Red Label got the ladies lined up like low down dirty things. So let me ask you.
Apparently, it's not
Okay.
the ladies too; it's the men's too. From my Instagram message.
Oh,
Oh no, you got some
oh,
men over there. Listen, Red
oh.
Label. We gonna take that to the back porch. Probably on Sunday if you come back. We got to know about that. But
Man, yes.
I'm gonna let y'all get up out of here, man. Enjoy your evening. Get some sleep. Crown therapy tomorrow. We gonna have us a good one, and right back to the front porch on Saturday, so we can talk
Hey,
about these people business, the back porch questions. Grown folk talk late night. But anyway, see
Right.
y'all later. I love you guys. Take it easy, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye, y'all.
Bye.